Hey guys, welcome to episode 11 of the Blank Canvas podcast.
Lucky number is 11. It's a lucky number.
Every number is lucky for you.
Oh, that's my bad.
I'm Jennifer Noah.
And I'm Mina West.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is a podcast led by two creatives who promise to just have loads of fun. Today we are joined by actor extraordinaire. You may have seen him in Star Wars or Jurassic World or the new Layne intervention, Mr. Kevin Layne. Thank you so much for joining us.
Introduction.
Yeah, you're amazing. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
Right, so Kevin, we like to start with like an icebreaker game just to get things flowing.
Okay.
So Mina, I think today we're doing Would You Rather? Okay, so have you got a question?
So my first would you rather, simple. Would you rather be in space or under the ocean or in the ocean? Like,
I'd rather be in the ocean.
really? Why is that?
Because that's a bit more relative to me. It exists. We've experienced it already. Space is a bit alien.
It's true.
You know, we don't really know about space. We've seen pictures, we've seen images, but we don't even really know. I mean, no one else has gone other than a handful of people, so it's a bit up in the air with space. So, yeah, the ocean.
Interesting. I would choose space.
Would you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's otherworldly. Like, you know, like, of course, we haven't, you know, no one's, like, everybody would want to venture to space, but my thing is, like, we haven't even seen the bottom of the ocean. Like, you can't even go that deep.
This is
You know
true.
what I mean? Like, we still haven't even
There's still
explored
things to
that.
explore.
You know?
I hear you.
And it's like, there's a peace about the ocean, too.
There's such an amazing piece
From the
about
outside,
things.
I don't know if it's peaceful
Space just looks
inside.
like I might end up in Asgard or something.
This
You
is
know?
true.
And never to return, like, you know?
No, I know what you mean.
With
It's
black
actually
holes and stuff.
it's scary, but because I watch so many space movies, I really love that stuff. So I'd love to
Really?
just see what that Earth looks like, or even the sun from afar. But yeah,
How about you?
I'm definitely ocean. Like, I love things like the beach and things like that. And like, my tribe is like River State, Canterbury. So I just feel like I'm a water baby, like innate in me. And like one of my favorite Disney movies was like Little Mermaid. So it's not my favorite, but it's one of the faves.
Yeah.
So
okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Nice question.
Yeah, it's a good question. My question: would you rather be able to read minds or accurately predict the future? Kevin, would you rather?
yeah, so Kevin.
Oh, you give me. Oh, right. Okay. Wow. You guys have been thinking about it. Wow.
It's meant to be
That's
hard.
like a hell of a- Yeah, that's a chat. Like, accurately predict the future. I'd say read minds only because it's more about being in the moment, and you can act and make something happen right there and then, and be an influence, a powerful influence in the like in that moment,
Yeah.
as opposed to predict an outcome which you may or may not have any involvement in,
Yeah.
or way
I hear you.
of affecting.
I hear
You know, so like if I could read the president's mind, yo, you know what I mean?
That
Or
would
I
be
could
very
read,
interesting.
you
Yeah.
know, like, if you could read minds, I mean, like, that's a power and a half. That's like Professor X
I hear
Yeah.
you.
stuff, you know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
What about
That's
you?
me. You know?
Yeah.
I would like to read mine, but for different reasons. So, so if you could always accurately tell the future, that means I really can do anything because the future's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
But if I can read minds, I could like
You
manipulate
could
people.
influence the future.
Yeah, influence.
That's what I'm
I use the
saying.
word manipulation. You use the word influence.
Yeah,
I like your positive spin on that one. I just feel
Manipulate.
that like
Watch you, girl.
if I can like tell the future, what could I do about it? Like, I'm like, cool, I know all this information. It's like heavy burden on me. And then say like, if you knew something mad was gonna happen, but like you don't want to tell that person because then that's gonna affect how their daily are. Like, like something like crazy. Like, oh no, like you are gonna get this
That's
thing
it.
on you or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have that information.
No.
It's too much
Like,
effort,
someone
man.
was trying to, like, you know, they were having suicidal thoughts or really
I
like
know.
low depressed thoughts about themselves. Like, you can really tap in.
Okay, you
and
put it that
yeah,
way.
yeah. And even
It's
like, not even trying to be that deep yet. Say if your friend's got a new boyfriend, and then you know in the future he's gonna cheat, and you just be looking at him sideways the whole time. I don't need to know that level of information.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But obviously, there's
You-
deeper things than that. But
Why am I opposite to you guys?
Jen, you're special.
I'd rather see the future. I'd rather be able to predict the future. I think like a few episodes back we had this kind of question before, and I'm so against reading minds because if somebody read my mind, my gosh,
it's intrusive.
It's not even intrusive. It's the fact that I have a variety of thoughts. I have happy thoughts. I have dark thoughts, and I might be having a dark thought in that moment, and you'll make a judgment. Whereas probably in 2 hours I'll be happy again, and I won't be thinking the same thing. I feel like we're too complex to be reading each other's minds. Whereas in the future, I hear what you're saying. It's a heavy burden to have to be able to like. You're basically essentially a leader. You're going to have to help people prepare for the future. That's how I see it. So if, say, an apocalypse was coming, we can be prepared.
Yeah. Man.
That kind of
I can't handle that level of burden.
I'd rather do that than read minds. Oh my gosh, that would drive me nuts.
True. Have you watched What Men Want? What Women Want?
That's with Taraji?
Yeah,
Taraji.
She can read men's minds.
I haven't watched it yet. Have you watched it?
Yeah, it's funny. It's
That doesn't sound like it's good.
It's funny. Not gonna say anything bad about the movie. It's funny. It's funny. Anyway, but yeah, she can read men's minds.
Interesting. So did she use it for any?
I mean, it's a comedy. It's a chick flick type comedy.
Yeah, okay.
There's funny bits where like she's having sex with one guy, and he was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Like, but in his mind, he's like, "Calm down," and she's like, "You're not liking this, are you?" And he's like, "No, how about we do it like this instead?" And
so like lighthearted.
Yeah, and obviously like she's in a male-dominated industry, so she can see that the guys don't want her to progress, so she used that for her benefit. Like the secret poker game, and she's like, "Cool, I know what's going on." And even in poker, she was able to use it as her benefit because she can tell the cards other people had.
Okay, I can see the advantage.
Yeah.
What's your question?
So my last one is, if you had a choice of either always making it like growing your own food or sewing your own clothes like forever, what would you do?
Forever, I would have to say growing your own food. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. What did you not expect it? Listen, man, I like my style. But I mean, like, there's no life under. If there's no life under the clothing, do you know what I mean? Then like, what are you
cooking here, girl?
What are you doing? Like, you're just
fashion is life,
you're
okay?
Inanimate. You're not. It is. It is. It can be. Yeah, it can feel like that. But like people are our food has been poisoned these days.
Yeah,
100%. Genetically modified food. All the stuff that we endure on a daily basis. Like if we could cook and make our own food, like organically grown, would be a lot healthier, would live longer lives, would be sharper, would be smarter. It's a lot more of a powerful thing, I think. And then, we can bring in the fashion after that. You know what I mean?
I'm so not in clothes.
Once we're all looking fly and sexy and healthy, then we can talk about it.
I gladly go to Tesco's, do my food shopping, then come home and sew my clothes. No, I don't know. You know me, I love fashion.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer for me.
I like them. So what would you eat then?
Uber Eats.
Do you trust everything you eat?
No, but do you know what? Actually, talking about food, I am becoming a bit more aware that they put a lot of stuff in the food.
They do.
If you go into it, it's deep.
It's deep.
But
we're kind of blessed. We're not fully blessed, but like American food laws is completely different to UK food laws. Because everyone gets all hanged up about when you watch what's it called? I can't remember what that thing on Netflix was. And it's like if you're being
the food show.
Yeah, I can't even remember. I can't even remember. But the US laws are different. Like I feel if I was in the US, I'd be vegan straight because I don't touch any of their food.
Really?
Whereas UK, we've got more regulations.
A lot more regulations.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're highly regulated.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't mean we're great, but
No, but
we're
you
more
could trust.
regulated.
There's a bit more integrity. There's a bit more. Sort of what would they call ethical practices.
So do you think it's better to be vegan?
I think personally, oh gosh, we're going to go into this conversation. I think that the level of meat we eat as a nation isn't healthy. I don't think there's anything wrong with eating meat. Obviously, there's like meats where I've gone like, I don't eat that for my own personal reason. But I think the level which we eat it in is a bit crazy. So everyone laughs at me because, to be fair, I'm not consistent with it. But I call myself a flexitarian. It's a real thing. Google it. It's a real thing. I tried.
You're flexible.
No, it's more like, it's meant to be like you're more on a vegetarian vegan diet, but you can integrate meat in it. It's just that, every meal has to have meat. But, I flex on my flexitarian, just to be fair. Like, I've gone like literally a whole month without eating like meat and stuff like that, or even certain dairy. Felt great, I'm not gonna lie. I felt amazing. I felt amazing, yeah. Just, I really love lobster, so.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So, there's no way I'm letting that go. But anything else, like red meat and stuff like that, part of me feels like I can let that go. I've gone through long stages.
It's more like, like chicken and fish now.
Oh my gosh, chicken's hard to let go.
Yeah, I can let chicken go as well, oddly. It's just more of trying to regulate not eating it as much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes life's just easier. Because if I live in a Nigerian household, like, my mum cooks everything. I ain't got time.
That's right.
Like, sometimes just like, I'm tired. This is what's going to fill me up right now. But, yeah.
And if that food is on, I mean, mums is mums, you can't be turning down.
So true.
And like the older generation, they turn up their nose to all that.
Yeah, they do.
That
I know.
What is this?
I know. Like, literally.
Like, you mean vegan? There's pounded yam
It's
right
true.
there and
They won't even
Like,
chicken.
what is wrong with you?
ham too.
I just make it simple as not eat pork. My mum just looking at me like, why are you so difficult? I was like, seriously, I just don't want to eat sausages. Leave me live.
Well, it's good that we could inform the older generation
It's true.
as well, and,
So
and,
true.
and being the new generation, we could take that forward and like mix it up a bit. So
I agree with you.
our generation going forward are not going to be so meat orientated in everything.
Yeah.
We eat,
Depends on the individuals.
Depends on the individual.
It does depend.
But it's like how long it takes to digest inside of you as well. So sometimes the meat gets packed up in you. I don't want to really speak too much because I'm not professional, but
so it takes longer to digest than other foods.
Therefore,
Interesting.
Just do that. We see that McDonald's, the Big Mac test.
Big
It
Mac
literally
taste.
looks the same after a year.
Oh, someone told me that, and I was just like, okay, so what does that mean?
That's disgusting. Because food's meant to go off. Like,
It's meant to
food's meant to
degenerate,
degenerate. It did not go. It's like the same thing. That's actually, it means the amount of pets, like lots of chemicals in it to keep
Preservatives
it.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's
McDonald's
disgusting.
No.
That's disgusting. Bear in mind, I ate again. I went for a whole year without eating
But your
it.
body digests this stuff. Like,
If
you've
it's
got
digest-
acid in your stomach.
You do, but it doesn't digest everything, and plus food has to pass through like,
Yeah.
a system. There's a system going on in there, and things get blocked and clogged and and
to read
remain
into
inside
it.
and don't convert to what they should convert to.
But sometimes when you go like, ignorance is really bliss. Like,
Yeah.
can I just enjoy my food?
What was your answer be there to this question? You didn't answer.
Oh, sorry. My reasons again would be food, but not for it's because I can't like sew clothes. So what am I doing? I will happily go out to the shops, to River Island and stuff, and continuously buy. And plus, I feel like if I had to choose, it'll force me to be a bit more cautious what I put in my body if I'm then growing it myself. Like, yeah, I agree, like the internal bit is more important than fashion. As long as it's out there, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I can always come to you to sell my clothes to me, innit?
Imagine now.
You got me.
Yeah, I've got you, but imagine now you just looking fly and you're just like, oh my God, like, she looks amazing. But then, you have to take 4 injections a week to walk,
That is not the question.
No, but I know, but I'm saying though,
extremes,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not a healthy person, you won't care.
Hold
you won't care about the clothing.
Hold up. She said, would you rather make your food or make your clothes? Because you make your clothes doesn't mean you can't still be healthy. Just bear that in mind.
True.
I said I was going to go Tesco's and buy my vegetables and then sew my clothes. So it's fine.
I mean,
All
they
right.
spray stuff on those vegetables, but yeah, it's okay.
Oh, gosh.
What's the next
You
question?
can make my
What's the next
clothes.
I'll make your
question?
clothes.
What's the next question?
Okay, last question. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So would you rather date someone you love or date someone who loves you?
So if I love them, do they love me back?
No.
They don't.
No.
But they're
And when-
dating
But when
me.
they're loving me, I'm not.
Okay,
loving
let's
them.
just see. Okay, it's a bit complex. Let's see it as 60-40. Would you rather be the 60 or the 40?
Ah.
Oh. Well, the 60
No, not
more now.
60-40. 70-30.
Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
ooh. Which
For this
one?
question, yeah.
70-30 or 30?
Yeah, so would you rather be the 30, so you don't love the person and they love you more?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be the 70, where you really love the person and they don't really love you that much?
Damn, girl.
Why is this a no-brainer for me?
This is a no-brainer for me as well. I'm not gonna lie, no-brainer for
So
me too.
you would rather... let me guess what you got. you would rather...
Who? Both of us?
Yeah, yeah, because you both agree. Yeah.
Oh, we don't even know. I just know I really want to say
I would
that.
rather have the man just all over y'all stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're just.
Team 30.
Where's the card? Where's the card?
Yes, perfect,
Yeah, you know,
perfect.
just
No, don't
badding
you-
up the man. Oh man.
You're not hurting him. You just
Let
don't
me
not
give you a
emotionally
minute.
invested.
I've been the 30 and I felt like I've also been the 70, and in the 70, like, every girl wants to be treated right in a certain way, and when you're in that position, the guy's not treating you how you personally deserve. Don't get me wrong, in the 30, I probably felt like, oh, I don't really know if I feel that same way for that guy, but he cared for me, and if I had to make a choice forever, I'd rather that guy be pursuing me and caring for me instead of someone giving me heartache and like heartbreak. What's the fuck of time for that?
So what about? I mean, if the person's giving you a 70, you know, wouldn't your 30 start to increase?
It's percentage, 100%. Doesn't go past.
Yeah, you gotta go. Oh, cool. And then plus, it's a would you rather. It's a would you rather. It's a would you rather. So.
God, do I have to answer this?
Yeah. So you would rather be the 70?
You have to be the 70.
But I feel like relationships
Men have
work
to be the
better.
70, really.
Yeah,
So
when the
I
men are the
don't-
70.
You know, if the woman is like running you down to a man even, so that's like kind of like, yo.
Yeah.
She's not
That's
running
not
you
even-
down.
It's not even that attractive to. What, like she's just overly loving you know, like that. Like she's just.
Okay, so
into you.
you're more into her, I guess, and she's just a bit more.
Actually, I'll
reserved.
probably be the 30 actually. Why not? Why not?
Wait, are you in a
Let's-
relationship?
I am.
He's engaged.
Oh, so like,
But you
so
said
you have to be the 70.
He's the 70, don't mind him.
We got a.
What, 50-50
No,
love?
we don't have a 50-50. We have a 100-100.
It's percentage. You can't go past
Yeah,
that.
you like that? We got a 100-100. So I give her 100, she gives me 100, and it's all a bit
That's nice.
balanced out. Not even 50-50. That means I'm giving her half, she give me half, and then we're trying to make it. No, you giving me 100, I'm giving you 100, and then
I
it
think
should
that's
be
nice.
unbreakable.
That's really sweet.
I think that's
nice.
pretty sweet.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, you know, I don't expect her to do all the. You know, I'm not like a typical. I did grow up that way,
What, like a traditional?
in a traditional mindset in a way. But to be honest, my dad cooked and he did a lot of stuff that you would expect a woman to do. You know, so it was quite balanced. But for a while, I adopted this mindset that the woman should be doing those things. You know, it didn't really go down to. Sorry, anti-glare.
That's the thing, like, I don't know, relationships are so different. You can't really apply rules.
Yeah,
It's not
you know?
one fit all. Everyone's so different.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think that, you know, in today's world, you know, it doesn't really, the old-fashioned thing, I don't know how many people sort of, you know?
Yeah, it's a bit
Gravitate
harder with
towards that,
equality and all that stuff.
What do you think? You think, like, the man should be, you know?
Be like the pursuer.
Yeah, or do you think, like, if you're in the relationship you would
I mean,
dream of being in, what would...
I know I'm the annoying person that always takes things back down to like biblical principles. I always believe like the man who finds a wife finds a good thing, and always see it as the man's meant to be the pursuer and the man's meant to be this. So regardless of where the world's moving and all that kind of stuff, I still think there are certain things which just are. But in terms of like the day-to-day things, like who cooks and who does stuff like that, that's between the man. That's between y'all's relationship, because as long as the man is still the man in the position, because like I even say, like, you never know, there might be a period in time where the woman's making more than the man. That doesn't mean the man is now belittled because of it either.
Sure.
The man is still the man in the relationship. So yeah.
What about loyalty?
Oh, gosh.
You know, when you're what?
Go on.
When you're a 30, does that mean that you're a loyal 30?
That's the thing, like, I'm seeing it more as a would you rather, because I don't want to be in a... Like, when you mentioned the whole, like, she's 100 and you're 100, I think that sounds really sweet, because that's what I believe a relationship should be. If I had to choose between being a 70 or 30, I would always be the 30, don't get me wrong. But when I feel like I've been in a position where I have been a 30, loyalty... The fact that I felt that I couldn't be loyal to this person made me think I'm in the wrong relationship and I have to duck out because I'm being unfair to that person. Not only me, but I'm being unfair to that person. That person deserves someone who will give them their all and things like that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, because, like I never want to be in a position where I feel like I could stray away.
Nah, it's a horrible position to be in. You know, you don't feel secure
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, you're tagging this along with this person. Really, you're not like moving forward together as a unit. You know, so it's a bit of a...
Happy guys on 100 of 100.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's really sweet actually.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like a new style for you.
Yes.
You know?
Alright, so the next segment of our pod is the exhibit, where we shout out really cool creators that caught our eyes or just inspired us. So this week, I don't usually do big people, but I have to do a big person.
Go ahead.
So this week my exhibit goes to Lupita.
Oh, okay.
Her performance in Us.
Oh, I haven't watched it. Is it lit?
Oh,
So
man.
good.
Oh.
So good. You know, it's really, I can't imagine what it's like as an actor to have to play 2 roles. She did it so
really?
well, and they're so different.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Massively, yeah.
The deranged Lupita was so scary. Oh my, and she's still beautiful. It's really weird. She's like, it looks crazy but beautiful.
Oh, like a part of me wants to watch it, but I just get scared so easily.
But there's no ghosts or anything. It's
really?
complete thriller.
Yeah, that's worse.
Oh really?
Did it scare you?
No, it did scare me. This is what's amazing about Jordan Peele. He
He's
mixes
amazing.
horror with comedy. Half of the film you're laughing your heart out, like it's so funny,
Yeah.
and then half of the film you're like hands behind in front of your face, like scared to watch.
Yeah.
It's just because you know someone's gonna come out and kill them. That's all.
Yeah.
Once you get over that, it's fine.
But it's got clever like subliminal messages in
Yeah.
his films and stuff that
Yes.
when the film does like generally deserve a second watch and a third watch and a fourth, and it's
I
like
did watch Get Out.
a good few times, right? Because it's so
That
many.
wasn't scary.
I managed to watch it.
Did it scare you?
It did, but because of the racial undertones and things like that, I felt like it was my duty to watch the movie. Whereas Us is a beautiful, straight out thriller movie with an amazing black cast. I just seen the trailer and the trailer scares me. So how would the movie not scare me?
Well, it's interesting, and the concepts in it are interesting.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's really good. It's what a time to be alive, where there's a huge movie out and the lead role, the protagonist, everyone is a black, dark-skinned family.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, it's
amazing.
It's uncommon, you know.
And he even openly said that he's changing the narrative.
Yeah,
And I love it.
he's like, I really
You kind of
seen
have
the
a
roles.
duty to watch it, Mina. Come on, just watch it.
No, I don't.
Or watch it online.
Isn't that worse? Than actually giving
He's
him more
scared
money
of
somehow.
us. Oh my god, I can't believe he's scared of us.
Nah, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more black
Yes.
productions with black lead.
One thing I do like
actors.
about Us though is that I don't feel like the black market has really like gone into the thriller, like into the thriller genre as much before. Like we do like rom-coms and things like that. I mean, we got lots of like support behind it with just not even just the big film distributors like Universal and all that stuff, but sometimes with our own sets like BET and stuff they do to support that. Whereas thriller, it's been an area where I don't really know many like black like thrillers or horror
it's an
movies.
untapped market.
Yeah, untapped
It's
market,
true.
and I feel Jordan Peele's like really breaking records and kind of really going into that. And then you think how many other genres are we kind of like shying away from actually like taking over? I might watch it. I just need to
It's
like.
worth it. I mean, it's not
it's
for me.
worth
It's not like it's not like jump scares. And
I don't think I
it's more
understand.
psychological.
I don't think I understand how scared I get.
Really?
Like I remember watching something with my manager at the time, and it was just a trailer, and I was so scared. My hands went up and I hit her around the face. So
Okay, alright.
Awkward.
So my one's a bit of a different exhibit this week. It's a person called Tierney Elisi. So it was just something random I saw on Twitter. I thought it was so funny. She was brought on stage at Mario's concert, and you know when normally like Mario's like singing to the girls and all that kind of stuff, and the girls have got to sit there. But my girl came and did a show. She's also a dancer and a fitness person, and literally she took her moment. Like Mario just needed her to sit there and chill, and she got up and did a dance, carried his jacket, lifted her leg up, and for me, as funny as it was also inspirational because it's like you had that moment there and then, and you decided to take it. Doesn't matter who was filming around or nothing like that. You're like, how often am I going to get on a stage with this artist that I actually admire and show him what I've got as well? So it was just a creative inspiration for me to be like, every single opportunity you get, no matter how crazy you may look, take it. So that's how the person inspired me. I was like, oh my gosh, I just thought it was so funny, but also like, go girl.
Yeah.
A very go-go moment.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, she came like really prepared because he brought up 2 of them. One was sitting on the seat, and then she just. Whew,
So you saw it as well. Like
she went
literally,
off.
I was like,
yeah, she was really good, but he smacked her ass afterwards. I didn't like that.
I know, I didn't like that bit either. I was like, I get he's a guy. One girl just basically put it on him. He just couldn't help his
He
hands.
needs to help his hands.
But
it's just,
that bit
for the
wasn't
look,
as
it
cool.
depends, you know, for the look. For the look, it doesn't look good, does it? But some people just don't care. You know?
This is
It's
true.
Like, it's my show. I'm the star.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna
I
take
think he had a
look.
moment like, my girl just put it on me.
Yeah, you know, but, that's cool. Though. I love that she took the moment.
Yeah.
Seized the moment.
You have
and that
to.
she could, you know, potentially make a bigger name for herself off the back of that.
Yeah, she's got some new followers.
The fact that you know her
Attraction,
name just
yeah.
says it all. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
All right, so Kevin, because you have an actor in the room, our first actor on the show.
Yeah.
Really?
Just yeah.
It's
It's
not
usually
11th episode though, so.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like with creatives, it tends to be musicians that I come across.
Yeah.
Not often I come across like actors, so it's really cool to have you here.
Thank you.
So we just wanted to dig a bit deeper with you. So acting as a creative escape, do you see it as an escape?
Kind of, yeah. You know, because it depends on the type of person you are and the type of experiences you've had, you know. For me, I've always been quite an introverted person, even though I'm quite extrovert at times as well, but in moments, I have moments of that. But I'm quite inside my own head, so being an actor allows me to get some of those crazy thoughts and
Nice.
ideas, you know, just onto a canvas. You know, it's like a medium. It gives you a canvas to, you know, to essentially paint whatever you want on. You know. So,
Question, I know whenever I listen to certain actors, sometimes they say things after like spending long within a period with a certain role, they need to personally take a break because it's so much kind of like that new role kind of like just kind of consumes, that's the right word, it consumes them.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in that position before as well?
Yes, with the new film that I've got coming out, L'Intervention, which means the intervention in French. I kind of had to really go in on that character because I didn't really know much about him, so I had to do a lot more research about the character.
Can you give us a little insight to
Well,
who the
yeah.
character is?
So yeah, it did cling on to me. So yeah, his name is Bakad, and
Baghdad.
yeah, he's the leader of the insurgents of the Somali Liberation, the Somali Front Liberation Coast. Somali Coast Liberation Front, sorry, who are a sort of guerrilla insurgency unit that are supported by the Somali government.
Okay.
And basically they're a guerrilla outfit that sort of handles things within the country and for the country. And at the time, Somalia and France, they had treaties between them, which over the course of time went bad for various reasons. And basically, it ended up being a colony, a French colony, Djibouti, and the Somali Coast Liberation Front wanted to regain control of Djibouti, which is French Somaliland, and reattach it to Somalia.
Wow.
So basically, these insurgents came in, they hijacked a school bus full of 21 school children, and were trying to take them over the border to Somalia, you know. And what happens is they get caught in no man's land, you know, and the French are on one side and the Somali end up being on the other side.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And a showdown took place, a hostage showdown took place for several hours, and French special forces were called in, which is where the birth of the Jijin comes from. And the Jijin are like the French special forces. They're like the elite military squad sort of thing, and that's basically how they were spawned by that event, you know. And so I had to learn about.
That's a lot to kind of take
I
in.
had to take in the history behind it, because you know, when you
Yeah.
don't really have that much to go on, you're like, all right, well, what would make somebody want to fight for their country?
Yeah.
You know, what would make somebody, you know, take up arms like that and just want to just overthrow, you know, your colonizers, essentially, you know, who are
That's
the
definitely
powers that be, you know, like that takes a lot. So
Yeah,
it takes a lot of courage. So
It does take a lot.
what's behind that? So I looked into the leader, of the Somali Coast Liberation Front and how he started it and where he came from and his involvement with France and his political involvement, and just sort of learn various things and put it all together and came up with my character.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you see it as do you see it as a project maybe when you're doing a new?
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, with this one, it's probably my biggest role because I'm sort of third in the credits there. Next to
Nice.
next to Olga
Nice.
Korolenko. I don't know if you know Olga Korolenko. She was in The Quantum of Solace with Daniel Craig. She was in the lead Bond girl in that film, and she's done lots of stuff. Oblivion with Tom Cruise and.
This is really exciting.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah, she's really famous. So having to share that screen with her and try and impose.
They're going to do a UK release of it.
They will. It's apparently meant to be in June.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be on DVD, digital, and possibly select cinemas, but I'm yet to know. Yet to be confirmed. Yeah, that look cool.
So
that hookup, I got you girls.
okay, let us know. So because you act, do you feel like it makes you a good liar? Honestly,
it makes me a better liar. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, because
So
I can because to act you have to convince yourself.
Yeah.
And once you convince yourself, then
I also think when you're acting, you have to study people.
Yeah.
Because you've got to take on their thing.
what they react to, what they
Yeah.
gravitate to, what they're interested into, like what people.
I did theatre studies for A levels many years ago, and that was quite emotional because like it's really hard, like because you really have to tap into whoever that character is,
Yeah.
and sometimes like because when people always see it as like, oh, you've got to do like the script, but a lot of them you've got to then figure out the backstory so you know what like you're trying to deliver behind the backstory. And I remember sitting there and my teacher trying to dig into my personal life just so I could bring it out in character, and I could cry, and I'm like, you're bullying me, like what the hell, go away.
This is it.
Yeah.
It's that breaking down of you
Yeah.
and building you back up. And that's what drama school does to you. Trying to find how you can tap into an emotion, but a checked emotion, not an unchecked emotion. So if you're like using an emotion that's still raw, that's quite an unhealthy way to find that emotional spark that you need. But it's something that is still dear to you, but you've checked it and you've dealt with it and processed it, and so you could. So for me, like it's my father, my children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just even a thought of something bad happening to my kids and seeing my little son's little puppy dog eyes and if anyone was, like that would just instantly I could just feel emotion. Like even now, just thinking about it.
That's interesting. So if you were to play like a sad role, you would tap. So is that how you tap into the emotions?
I could,
use
or I
the
could
vault
tap
of
into,
your history,
or I could tap into the emotion of the actual circumstance within the story.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's the first port of call, and then if I can't get it from that, I'll draw from other things that I can use. But generally, if you just find out somebody's died, in a scene or whatever, the circumstances, you can put yourself there, and really let your imagination run wild. But a lot, like when you start out, people are nervous. So people are like, oh my God, there's like a crew watching me. There's like the camera's right in my face.
That must be intimidating.
Yeah, there's like this one's got a clapperboard and that one's holding this mic, and it's just like all that pressure. There's lights, there's a fan, there's people running about in the back. The director's there, the producers, everybody's just expecting you to just
perform.
And you got to fight. So being able to really immerse yourself as that person and in those circumstances, it allows you to block out those distractions which otherwise would be a hindrance.
Yeah, interesting.
You know what I mean? So when I was starting out, I used to be properly nervous, dripping buckets before.
Seriously?
Before I go on the stage,
I can imagine.
before I do anything, I'm just like, but you just have to put yourself in it and until you're like used to it. Like, be uncomfortable until you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, make discomfort comfortable.
Yes.
Find comfort.
Bars
in
right
discomfort.
there. Yeah, I hear
what
that.
mean?
So have you ever used your acting skills to manipulate people?
To prank most of the time. To prank, but not to manipulate. To manipulate is a bit deep, isn't it?
Is it?
It's a bit deep. Like
have
in what
to be.
way? In what way? Like,
Anyway.
like manipulate.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like I need a day off work and I can't be bothered to tell my boss why.
Yeah, that kind of, yeah.
Yeah, sure. You might get some Oscar-nominated performance out of me.
See, you're so lucky you know how to act.
What?
I'll be sweating buckets like.
It's a learned practice. You know? I think if you've got passion, you know, desire, and you really love something and you really want to express, I think anyone really, I mean, you do need a degree of talent or whatever,
Yeah.
I imagine, but, you know, determination beats talent, man.
That I definitely know for a fact.
You know what I mean?
Definitely know for a fact.
I've seen dudes in school, like, these guys weren't smarter than me, no way. They used to come to me and I'd help them with their equations and stuff.
Yeah.
But
They're
in the
determined.
end, they worked harder than me, and they got better. They got, you know, they did better.
I definitely see that.
Yeah.
Consistency and determination
Yeah.
definitely
Yes.
trumps talent. Don't
Yeah.
think your
But if
talent's
you got
gonna be
both,
cutesy.
If you got both,
Then you can go far.
Then you can go real far.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know, because I've always thought about it. Me and my sisters, we always feel like we're actors deep down.
Go girl.
And I don't know, how do you know if you're an actor? Because me, I'm always making up scenes in my head. Like situations and
that's-
scenarios.
Yeah, that's like a trait of somebody who might have a bit of that in them.
I've been doing it since I was young, so I'm just, how do you know you're an actor? Then if you feel like you're an actor, not even just for me, for anyone, because I know so many people I feel,
How do you know when you're an actor?
how do you know you're an actor?
You guys got some questions, you know?
And then also, for those listening, I feel like, I don't know, my heart's telling me someone who's listening wants to get into it. How do they get into it as well?
Oh, that part's easy. Well, how do you know when you're an actor? When, I don't know, okay. If you watch a movie or if you seem to can't get away from that genre, that field, that area.
Yeah.
Like, you just won't leave it alone. You know, you're always watching films. You look at what they're doing. Like you start to break down. When you're breaking down stuff, like that look that he did made me feel that. How did he look that way and make me feel like that? You know, it's like a technique. So you start you're concerned. You start becoming concerned about things the normal viewer is not really studying. They're just like, oh my god, he's fantastic. Great film, really emotional. But you're trying to break down, like, how did he, like, the way he looked down there, it just made me think, you know? Or whatever. You
I
know?
get
So,
that.
I understand.
yeah,
that.
people would also say that you have a look for it, you know, but that's just external, you know. But I used to get that a lot, like, people used to say, you know, you look like you could be
An
they used to
actor.
call me Snipes in school.
Snipes.
Yeah, they used to call me Wesley,
Got ya.
you know.
No, you have strong features though, so yeah, that will make
thank
you
you.
stand out. Yeah, it's true actually.
Yeah, you know, so, and then, yeah, like I say, the itch, you know, my dad was an actor, he was in Live and Let Die.
Really?
Roger Moore, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know. Would,
So it's in your blood.
yeah, you know. Yeah, he was a go-getter, my dad.
Wow.
So watching him, you know, Christmas reruns of Live and Let Die and every whole family sitting around, you know, and it's
That's
just
really
like,
cool.
your dad walks across the screen,
It's
you're
in your
like,
blood, yeah.
"Yo." It's kind of there, yeah, like he definitely ignites so much
Having your
spark.
dad do it as well, was that quite helpful in you also?
Yeah, pivotal, I would say. I mean, I didn't to be honest, when he was alive, I just told him I wanted to be a footballer or a rapper. So he didn't really know I was too into the acting thing, like wanting to take that seriously, you know, and he probably would have taught me out of it because, you know, I can imagine a black actor, a male in those days,
Quite hard.
work is probably very scarce,
Yeah.
you know. So, you know, your parents just want the children to be secure
Yeah.
and safe. That's where it comes from. It's not that they don't believe in you.
Yeah.
It's like, I just don't want you to suffer.
Yeah.
That's a quite nice way to hear.
Do you know
to
what I
that.
It's
mean?
true
That's
actually,
it,
if you
you
think
know?
of it that way.
Yeah. I remember
I try
hearing-
not to look at it as, oh, my mum don't believe in me, and then everyone gets all,
Yeah.
you know, harbourish or
It's so easy to
You know,
do
it's so
that.
easy to do that. Isn't it? Like, rah, she don't. Rah,
That's
look
a
how
quite a good way to see
But
it.
if you think about it, like, you want to be a lawyer? Sure, that 9 to 5, yes. No, secure, go. Law school, here, remortgage, go law school. You know, because it's security.
Yeah.
As opposed to actor, things go wrong, might not work again. something happens, rare.
Especially when there's like lots of new types of roles, just because of the internet, from people saying they want to do YouTube and things like that. And people, like parents, will be thinking like, my child want to do what?
Do what? It's like
that?
they don't look at it as a serious medium.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's because of the security aspect of it. They want them to be.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So how do you get into it? Where do we start?
Excuse me.
Is it acting school or?
Yeah, I would always say that.
You went to an interesting good one, right?
I went to Arts Ed, which is really good school in Chiswick. But I would say, if you want to be an actor, it's like, please your parents at least and go say, look, Mum, here's a qualification that says I'm an actor. That's what I was. That's what was my thing, because you can be an actor without like an actor called Shope that I'm working with. He's a Nigerian guy, amazing actor, and he's the lead. He starred in one of the movies that I've got coming out this summer called His House, which is a thriller. Do you remember that girl from Luther? Wunmi.
I actually managed to watch the first season of Luther before it got really, really scary.
She's a brilliant actress. Her name is Wunmi Mosako. Really beautiful.
That's her real name or her character's name?
I think she's Nigerian as well.
Oh, cool.
You've seen her in loads of stuff. She's in Batman. She's in Batman.
Oh yeah, I recognise her.
Versus Superman. She's an amazing actress. She's in the film as well. But like I say, Shope Dirisu. He's a Nigerian actor. Again, he's been in loads of different stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Snow White and Humans and stuff. But he's not a trained actor per se.
Yeah.
But you got to say that the man's extremely talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it depends on whatever avenue you go. You don't have to go to drama school. You could have started off being an extra. And I've got a friend doing that now, and he's meeting big names and getting in the industry, and you make connections, you network, you get your personality out there, let people know who you are. And that's another thing I would advise somebody trying to be an actor, like, don't try and mimic anyone.
Yeah.
Just always go for yourself.
Okay.
Go for who you are.
Okay.
Always be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Because do you want a fake Prada bag, or do you want the real Prada bag?
Yeah.
Because the fake one looks good. It looks just like the real one, but you start seeing it breaking down real quick.
True.
You know what I mean? There's nothing like an original.
Be true
so always,
to yourself.
always be yourself.
And it's just easier to be yourself. It takes energy to pretend to be someone else.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah, it's
right?
too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope this is not an insult to your acting skills.
Oh wow.
But I thought it would be fun if we played out a scene.
Okay.
I played out a scene. Oh wow.
So me and my sisters, every Christmas, we give each other like a plot.
Okay.
And then we just play the
Improv.
character.
I love improv.
This is what I mean. I feel like we're actors.
It's,
I love improv.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you call it again?
It's not a monologue, because monologue is when it's one person on their own, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know what it was called. but it's-
Improvisation.
Oh yeah.
It's improv.
Yeah.
Improvisation.
You're right, actually. Yeah, it is improvisation. Okay, so
It's never my strong point, mind you. But anyway.
really, okay, let's try.
It can be.
Let's
it
do
depends,
one.
It depends if I'm on my, if I'm on my game, if I've got my game.
All right.
I
Let's
got
get
my
ready.
game tight.
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is the
always
plot. So Mina is your wife,
Right.
Hi.
I don't know.
and she's just walked in on you, Kevin, with me, your side chick,
Oh, shit.
who is unapologetic about it.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Every time I do this, I end up
You're always
laughing.
gonna make it difficult for a brother now. I gotta be,
Wait, but as my character, I need to get into character people.
I know.
But what kind of character am I? Because if I play myself,
It's
then
improvisation.
it's
Girl.
on. It's on. On if you play yourself.
they're a nice in the kitchen. But I'm gonna play myself. That's the
right.
thing. I'm not gonna play myself.
You can play yourself.
No, but you get. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like fiery women.
I'm gonna play as if I'm just shocked. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be emotional. It's fine. I got my character.
All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, you're ready. You're natural. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Kevin,
Baby.
what is this?
Who's this?
Listen, remember I was telling you.
Kevin, talk to me.
No,
Who
listen,
is she?
baby.
Don't baby me. Don't baby me. Don't baby me.
Baby, just
Who's
please,
baby?
Listen, you do, before you jump to conclusions.
Jump to conclusion, okay.
Before you go conclusion
Okay.
jumping.
Kevin, who is this woman?
Right.
Wait.
Okay,
Kevin, who's this woman? Who are you talking to? This
I'm
is
talking
my
to my
house.
man.
This is.
I'm talking to my man.
Seriously, at this point, I would have put hands on
so
you.
now she's your
I will put hands on you.
Well, she's my she's
No,
Bitch, let's go.
Okay, bitch, come on, my
Bitch,
ears
let's
are
go.
off. Actually, no, I haven't got time to fight.
please.
Kevin, who is this person?
Kevin,
Hold on,
explain
hold on.
to us.
1 minute. Give me a second. Now, this is my.
You're
Are you still my wife?
what?
Because I don't know.
You're what?
I don't know.
Because
if
I
you're
know
still
my
my
husband
wife.
want to have some
Bitch, he got a new
No,
wife.
no.
He
I don't
got
know.
a new
You
wife,
haven't
okay?
been treating me like you've been giving me this 30% all the time, and I'm giving.
I would
you
literally.
I'm the 70, honey.
You 70%
I'm the
all
70,
the time,
honey.
and like now, like
So
I'm
wait,
not sure about
wait,
you, and
so
I'm fed up
wait.
with this. I'm spilling my heart out for you,
Kevin,
and you ain't doing shit,
Kevin.
but just putting me down.
Kevin.
What?
My brother's outside with his friends. Continue chatting crap. Continue.
What,
I haven't been
what,
giving.
Kevin, don't worry, I'll call my boys.
Wait. So you're telling me that I haven't been giving you the 70%? I've been
Honey,
giving you 30%.
I've been giving him
So
70 and more.
It's alright to put your ding-a-ling-ling into that.
Yes,
that
honey,
skank
70
right there.
and more.
I will deal with you later. I will deal with you later.
Listen,
I will deal with you later. Don't
don't say
worry.
anything, don't
I
say
will
anything.
deal with you later. Continue chatting. Continue
I
chatting.
can't think what you couldn't, girl. Guess what, honey? Bun in the oven.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to. Don't listen to her.
Oh, you're gonna have her child. You're gonna have
Our
your
child.
I'm done.
Why are you doing
I'm done.
I gave him what you couldn't.
Why are you doing this?
Take the
Listen,
L
stop,
and go.
stop.
In the scene,
I'm the
Nina,
HBIC.
in the scene,
Enough.
I'm
Nina
his
is
girl.
tearing the swimmer
You're a
tear out.
motherfucking factor, bitch.
I love
You just said to me that I don't give
Baby,
you.
I love you.
You just said to me that I
I
don't
love you,
give you.
but I'm
You
giving
don't
you
give him anything, honey.
70% all the
You're
time, and you're giving me
nothing.
30, and I just.
My
Nothing.
brother's outside. He
Look,
will
tell
deal with
Femi
you.
that call up
I'm
your
gone.
boss.
Bye.
Bye. That was so funny. You were so good. That was so good. That was
You might be on your
hilarious.
way to something. You might be on your way to something.
This is actually really fun. I love this stuff.
And you look like the typical wind-up side chick about my baby.
That's
like,
my baby. I got a bun in the oven. This felt like a Love and Hip Hop episode, if there ever was one.
That was
Come to
hilarious. Do you do one more? Okay, I've got one more scene.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm so hot now. All right, so a police officer pulls. Okay, we're in America in the South. So we'll have to have accents.
Oh, no.
What is the accent of the
Okay.
South?
So, something like this.
Something like this. Alright,
Something like this.
I'm gonna try.
Okay,
Give it a
so I'm a police officer, Western police officer, and I'm pulling you over. You are a black man with your Western girlfriend.
Oh,
Western. What do you mean by Western?
cool. Non-traditional.
Oh, cool. Got
She's
ya.
not- yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but
Yeah, sure.
in a more racially
Sure.
restricted
It's a
parts.
racially charged.
So
Yeah,
I'm
racially
basically being
charged.
quite white.
Yeah.
I said Western.
Okay, but I don't know what.
Okay, let's just all have
Fine.
southern accents.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Alright,
change. Everyone
okay,
has a southern accent, but it's just racially charged.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm tapping on your
Wait, who's driving first?
I guess it's me.
yeah, Kevin's driving. Alright, so I've just pulled you over. 1, 2, 3, go.
How you doing there, officer?
License and registration, please.
May I ask why you stopped us?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Don't say nothing.
Alright then. I'm just
No,
don't
just
understand
say-
why he wants
just
to
say
stop
I'm
us.
good.
Like we were just minding
Excuse
our
me,
own
ma'am.
business.
Excuse me, sir.
Officer,
Okay.
officer here.
We just be minding our own
That's my
business
license
and
right there. And my registration right here. Is that all right, officer?
What are you guys doing in this park, please?
This is my wife, officer.
Your wife?
you asking way too many questions. What's that got to do
I am
with
an
you
officer
stopped
of the
us?
law. Back down, lady.
That is my wife. Is
I
that
don't
a
think
problem?
you need to talk to me like that.
I asked,
Baby,
what are you guys
Baby,
doing in
I
this
said,
park?
don't say nothing
Town.
to the good officer.
To the good officer. I want your badge.
Right, that is
officer.
it.
Officer,
Sir,
I know
out of
you
the
do
car.
that. Sir, there's no
Why
need.
does he need to go
Out of the car. Lady, back down.
Please,
Lady,
there's no
back
need,
down.
officer.
I'm cocking my
I
gun.
just showed you my license and registration now.
Out of the car, sir.
What's the problem, officer?
This is a stop and search.
I'm filming this.
Baby, put your camera away, alright?
I would advise you put your phone away.
I think it's my right.
Baby, we got our rights, but
Right.
the officer's trying to do his job now.
Alright then. I will be quiet. But I don't understand why we were
You gonna
stopped
get
over.
shot, baby. Come on now.
Like, you gonna let this officer speak to me like
Excuse
this?
me?
It don't matter.
Why?
Let's just get home now.
Out of the car.
Alright, officer.
What's that? Cocking your gun?
Can you just a bit more, bitch?
Oh my god! You shot me!
Sir, you was cocking your gun. What was that? Oh. It's a comb.
I wear my gun, officer. That's my afro pick.
Wait, I'm not completely out of character. Back into character. How dare you?
Lady, calm down.
He didn't do nothing.
4-4. This is 125. We got a situation here.
I love you, baby. I love
Why
you.
would you do this?
Oh, officer, call the ambulance. Officer, call the ambulance.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
I don't think you're gonna shoot him.
I didn't mean to make out of character.
Like, why would you do that? I wasn't ready.
That was good.
I wasn't ready. You did really well.
Did very well.
That was good.
No, I wasn't ready.
You got skill.
How dare you?
You got character.
Thank you.
You want to mess with some drama school or something?
So how'd you do it? Is there any way to do it that's
Well,
not
what I would
expensive?
do, just like look up short courses, because even these big acting establishments like Arts Ed, wherever, RADA, they've got like 3-month courses. They've got like like 6-week courses. Do it, do
me
it, try it out,
personally,
and see how it feels.
I
Because
did-
there's a difference to like when there's people looking at you,
Yeah.
and when you're on the stage, and that, like see how you feel within that construct of things.
Like I said, I did theatre studies, and I feel that's always helped me in my stage presence when I'm performing. So when cause I do perform spoken words, so I use that as my background. I think acting is amazing art, and I feel, because I have people say that to me in the past, you have to love it, and it's not easy to kind of go into that career either. So whatever you do, like you said, there's people who are talented at different things, but unless you're passionate or hearts for it. But I'm very thankful for what I did learn, because I take it into all my performances in life, and it helps me be more of a public speaker.
That's right.
Sometimes.
I mean, acting can help in life.
Yeah,
you know, like
it definitely
you said,
does.
in the form of public speaking, just having more confidence. That's why it's good to send children to drama school, because they're able to be better
definitely.
speakers when they're older.
When I was
They're able to have
younger,
more confidence. They're able to
Yeah.
be a bit more.
when I was younger, I used to do drama, singing, and dance classes every Saturday.
Yeah, brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah, I can't
I'm
sing.
gonna actually look into it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because I was gonna go to like a course for public speaking, but why not just go to like a acting
definitely
class
does
and just do it in front of
help,
people?
You know, if
It's
you
the same thing.
end up being a working actor, which you'd be really fortunate to be, not in terms of, and I mean it simply because of statistics.
Yeah.
Because they say only like 5% of us work.
Really?
Yeah. Something ridiculous like that.
It's ridiculous.
So
Like,
you end up being, if you make it, you are a public speaker. You know what I mean? Just by virtue of making it.
Yeah. I lived with actors, like, cause I went to boarding school for 6 months, and one of my roommates was actors. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why?
We're actually not friends anymore. I just ain't spoken to her in maybe like 7 years of my life. Man, she was extra.
Wow.
Whenever when they need to think into a character, they're just like,
Yeah, like all
But it
that.
makes sense though. You're taking on a whole person.
like I said, it's
Yeah,
a
but
whole
you
thing.
there's
Some people are a bit too extra.
Like,
cringe,
Yeah, and like in monologues, like I said, my teacher tried to make me cry. She's like, I'm gonna make you cry, Mina. You're gonna cry today. I was like,
Did she ever get it out of you?
yeah, because I needed to leave, so I had to cry. But obviously, the role itself required me to cry as well. I found acting like loads of fun. Yeah, I was one of those. I was young. I was like 16, 17, and I had to work on this whole. My dad was in jail type thing. So I had to like tap into my own emotion. I think my favorite character was when I played Junk. You know Junk, the play when everyone was like juggies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so much fun. We was just like smoking up OXO cubes, making the whole place smell like gravy, and we were actually allowed to smoke on stage. Back then, like smoking inside was allowed.
Yeah, it wasn't permitted.
That's not showing my age.
Not too long ago.
Well, you look like a very young lady, mate. You know.
Thank God, I've got the backwards effect.
If you're saying that you are older than I think you are.
How old do you think I am? Whisper it.
No, you can't whisper it. We're
Come
all
say it,
the
say it,
pods.
say it.
Yes, say it loud.
Say
Go ahead, say it.
it.
It's fine. Say it.
In my head, I've got like 24, man.
Yeah, cool, that's calm. What?
So what am I?
That's what you can think if you want to.
Yeah.
Asking a girl her age is very rude.
I'm not gonna ask your age. Sure, you can tell me your age. You know.
I'm not going to tell you nothing.
That's just up to you if you want to tell me your age, but I won't ask. But it's up to you then. You can tell me.
No, she's not going to say. She's never said it on the pod.
No,
she's
joking.
so
No,
like.
But if that's calm, then boy, I'm like, wow. Look good.
Gracias.
I'm in a Nigerian sandwich right here.
Yeah, you are in a bit of a Nigerian sandwich.
I've got like 2 Nigerian women either side of me, and I'm just like the Trini roti in the middle. You know, I'm just like the curried mutton and.
Oh my gosh, you're making me hungry.
You know?
I was thinking, I was like, I want to go eat. I want to go out.
Okay, so I wanted to segue a bit to another topic. I've noticed like I love listening to podcasts, so
Yeah.
a recurrent theme is talking about girl code and guy code. And I just find it interesting. So I'm going to tell a story about the situation I was in.
Ooh, story time.
Yeah,
Linda's holding her arm, she's ready.
Wow, I love this story time.
Okay, so I went out with my friends and one of them fancied this guy. But it's like, I didn't know she fancied him. I knew she fancied someone in that group, but I didn't know it was him.
Okay.
So we go out and I see the guy and I liked him. So I'm a straight shooter. I don't do this whole crush thing from the side.
Teach me the
You're saying
ways.
The guy that she liked. I didn't
The
know.
straight shooter thing,
you didn't
I
know
didn't
it was
know
him.
it was him.
Oh, okay, let's go. Okay.
But because me and him, we were just talking, we were flirting, we were just getting on. And then she just got really hostile. She wasn't happy that I was talking to him. And in her own way, she made sure I knew that that was the guy that she fancied. She never told me directly.
Oh.
And then I was just really thinking about, because girl code is so different. And I was just really thinking about it, because I spoke to my sisters about it. And they were telling me how, they were cussing me like, oh, Jen takes people's mans, blah, 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 blah. But like, I didn't think I did anything wrong. But then it just reminds me of the whole girl code and guy code thing, where if a girl fancies a guy, he's off limits.
So, for me, I think there's girl code and no event there's then an elevation to women code. At my age, like, honey, unless you're like the guy has shown interest in you per se, and there's a thing going on, everyone's going until, don't get me wrong, until maybe if something happened between your friend and the guy, then no, don't go there. But the fact that she hadn't even told you specifically, I like this person, because trust me, I have crushes on people. I'm a girl, I have them times as well. But if that guy then shows interest in my friend, he can have her because he hasn't specifically come for me in a way that I can claim him. And because of the way, if I have a crush on a guy, I don't know how to shoot shots. Sorry, that's not my style. Like I said, I believe God being the pursuer, but maybe that's my own problem.
But you have to gain that man's attraction if you want him to pursue, though.
Yeah, I have my ways.
Oh wow.
But if my ways haven't worked, then which that like rarely happens. Just saying. I'm joking. I was just being legit. But I think in that instance, like in the example you've shared, no, like you did nothing wrong. That's a girl crush.
But a lot of girls do feel that way.
At my age of 24, at my age, I ain't got time. Like honestly, I ain't got time for that type of scenario.
So does that happen with guys as well?
Yeah, but with guys, it's far more cool with whoever gets there first. Type thing. It's far more cool. There's no emotion attached to it. You know, it's just like the best man wins, in my experience, rather than
So it's like a competition.
Well, no, it's just like if he says, "Oh, that thing there," yeah, and I'm like, but me personally, I wouldn't go there because he feels that he's come to me and told me that first. But if I see like he's ramping, like he's playing like he's ramping. You know, he's not trying to approach her. He's not. Yeah. Then I'll just do the whole, my thing. You know. If I really feel like that is somebody that you like. Yeah. But I'm not just gonna do it because he's pointing at. That's just bad mind.
But gentleman stealer though.
No, I'm sorry, but I hate when you go to like a party or something,
but if
and someone decides to bogart the hottest guy there. It's just like, come on.
If she says she likes the guy, you know, nothing's gone on though.
Exactly.
Nothing's really gone
She doesn't
on.
even know the guy to know
the
what he's doing.
thing.
Like, my only thing is if something's gone on between them, then like respect that
Nothing
they had something.
happened.
But if nothing's happened, I've liked him from afar because he looked nice.
Did you go to the guy? You went to the guy?
No, I didn't go to him. We just happened to be near each other and we just started talking.
Just happened to be near him. I like
Really?
those ways.
Really?
Put yourself
Is that
in a
the
good position.
That's the truth. That's what I remember.
Truth. That's the truth. I believe you, girl.
truth?
Position yourself where he be at.
Yeah, I position. I think that's my game. I don't go to the guy, but I
But you
position
position
myself
myself.
so he can come to me. That's how I do it.
Yeah,
I know
that's
about positioning myself.
that's a boss lady move.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
but she was not happy. Oh my gosh. But if I went back there,
Would-
I would do it again. Like, what the hell?
I personally think, at our big age, that was not to be happy about. Go position yourself then.
Yeah, that's it, really. You know?
But my thing as well, I think it gets a bit. Actually, let me be a nice friend. Actually, let me not be the complete bitch. She didn't tell you it was him either. That complicates things. Because if she told you, then maybe I can be like, because she kind of told you and you still went for him. Because if, say, like, I see a guy, and like, say my friend tells me, oh, I think this guy's nice. I'm like, okay, cool. And I see him, I'm like, oh, he is actually quite nice. I've told you as well. I think he's quite nice too, so all is game.
Yeah, if you then go and tell her,
I told
do
you.
think he is actually quite
I
nice.
think he's nice
Then
too.
it's game on.
So the whole like being secretive in your friend is like, no, if my friend told, if you've opened your mouth and said that you think he's nice, and I've told you my response, I think he's nice too. He is game.
Have you ever had it that you like the same guy, but then that guy only likes your other friend? You know, he doesn't like.
I've liked a guy
you.
before. There was
Like,
someone.
and then you two like a guy, but he chooses one over the other. Do you then?
That's what it is. It is what it
That's
is.
what it is.
No, you're not,
I mean-
you don't hold that
What, against the person?
against the person who's chosen.
No.
Because this is
some
like-
people might though. You know.
That's ridiculous. This is why I find it so trivial, because this is literally attraction.
Yeah.
First
That's what I
impression
mean.
attraction. First impression attraction. I feel that so many times in a day.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it means nothing to
It means
me.
Nothing.
Unless it's someone I dated, then it would feel like, okay,
If it's
this is
someone
sticky, this is
dated,
a sticky
then
situation.
that's
Yeah.
It's not cool.
But if it's just someone that we're both saying he's a snack, whoever eats first eats first. It's weird.
that's what I think as well. I think as
My
well.
goodness.
Whoa.
He's a snack.
I would
Terms.
never
Again, some
demean a man
terms
like
today.
that.
He's a snack
never,
girl.
Never speak about man being a whole snack.
Snickers chocolate melt in my hands.
She said it's a snack. No, it's an entree.
That's interesting
It's
though.
Niger sandwich. I'm in here. Yo,
I think, yeah.
lion's den right here.
But then what about, okay, let's move this another step forward. What about dating relatives?
So,
Would you be cool if one of your girlfriends, your brother's married, if he wasn't married,
Yeah.
would you be cool if one of them married your brother, dated your brother?
so like my first boyfriend was my brother's friend.
I remember you saying this.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But we were younger then though, right?
We
That
were
was like
much
a-
younger then, yeah.
What about now?
12.
Would that
22.
be a barrier?
I was like 12 when my first boyfriend was 12 or 13. I can't remember what age I was, but yeah. In all honesty, it'll be a bit odd, but me and my brother were quite close in age. Like literally really close in age. I remember in secondary school, people would be like, "Oh, your brother's nice, you know." I'm like, "Shut up." But if I would never want to stop love, I just feel that if you are going to date a relative, recognise you are dating my relative. So there needs to be an additional level of respect. Like you have to be dating that person with purpose. It can't be, oh, I just want to do a thing with this person. It actually has to be like, if you see this going long term, then do it. Like, obviously breakups happen, so not just because that's my relative doesn't mean you should be bound to that person for life.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear no, I just like hit it type thing with my relative and my friend. Do you know what I mean? That can't go on. It has to be purposeful. You guys have to be really like having them long conversations on the phone. Really know that you guys like each other before you even come tell me and go, you know.
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
It's just, do you know what? It depends on how old they are.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll go to a party with I can't go out with my baby sister because she's really beautiful. And she's really young. She's like 8 years younger than me. And then you get guys that are older than me trying to talk to her. And it disgusts me. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So in that situation, it's a bit uncomfortable. But
that's different because that's not your friend. That's a guy.
even if it's a guy that's my friend, I've had guys that are friends with me who are attracted to my sisters, which is fine. But my main issue is the age difference. When they're like maybe 5-6 years older than me, and they're liking my sister's 8 years younger than me. It's just a bit. No, I don't agree with this.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
bit.
I get that. Because that's your sister, your baby sister. You want to protect her, and you know what guys are like.
Yeah,
so you're like,
I know what she's
but
like.
that's what I
What
mean.
are guys like?
You tell us.
Really? Have you got all day?
What guys are like?
Make up all
What are
day.
guys? I don't know. Like, there's different types of guys. Like, I need to ask you guys because I'm off the market. You know what I mean? So I need to y'all know what the consensus is out here these
What the
days.
market's like today.
And like how women go on. Like I've heard guys tell me like women are like raw out here. Like you can't even talk to a girl. You can't approach a girl.
It's true, actually.
Like girls are just going in X, and I'm like, wow. Well, in my day they were a bit more receptive, and you know you'd have to charm them, you'd have to have a tongue on you know, like to talk with. You know?
I don't know why. I hear what you mean about the not being receptive
But like
bit.
girls these days are a bit like showing man the hand and everything, and just.
I actually don't think I'm like that though.
I have been. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really open to guys I don't even like. I'm just like a nice person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could be nice with it. Like even if you don't like them, you could turn them down easy. You don't have to like embarrass them, bro.
But at the same time, the reason why.
Wait, so
That'd
how do you not embarrass someone then? Just so we know.
Well, if you're not interested, just blag it. You know, I've got a man, whatever.
Okay, fair enough. I do that.
You know.
But the only thing is, as much as there can be girls who are nice and
But
girls
be
who are
nice with it.
standoffish, and the girls who are standoffish will still get guys, and the girls who are nice still won't be single. It doesn't matter. I personally think it just depends. When you meet someone, you meet someone.
Yeah.
That's right. Just be true to yourself.
Yeah, you have to be.
I mean, I think the market is interesting right now. I feel like there's how would I say this? I feel like a lot of guys are in relationships now. It was weird. I went to a party last night, and most of them were either in a relationship or married.
Oh really?
And it's so different. It's just like to think about how much we've grown and how much we've moved forward now. Like you go to a party and everyone's just in a relationship. You actually kind of feel a bit odd being single in the party. But the market, I think the market is perspective. I think there are good guys out there. But I feel like there are, like in a lot of situations, bad guys that give the good guys, I don't know.
Yeah. That
Spoil their
bad guys
chances.
that- yeah.
Because
Give them
now,
a bad reputation.
the other day actually, I was in Sainsbury's and this guy came to talk to me. He's really good looking and he's tall and everything. I don't know why, it was automatic. I was like, oh sorry, I've got a boyfriend. And I walked away.
Why?
Really?
Were you intimidated?
Why?
I don't know why I did that. I was like, why did I do that? It's
Oh,
like my
blocking
reflex
your
now. I'm just
blessing.
probably like, I don't think it's blocking my blessings, but maybe it's just not time.
Yeah, maybe it's not time.
I just wasn't interested. And I feel like a lot of girls are like that. They're just very quick to just be like, ugh, don't want to deal with all this.
I'm really not like that.
No, so what, if a guy approaches you,
You're more open.
What's your thing?
I'm open. As long as he approaches me with a level of respect.
Yeah.
Like, come to me level of respect. You've seen, like, oh, this girl looks interesting. You want to talk to me? I'm like, yeah, I'm open to a conversation. Like,
Would you ever see that as a bad way of finding the right one?
no, because it's like you can meet anyone anywhere. It's more of a kind of, obviously there's different pools to how you can meet someone, either a friend or just like mere attraction. There's an attraction there, that's cool. If I think I'm like, give you a chance, easy, give you my number. If I don't like you, the block button is really strong as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not that hard to block someone either.
It depends where I see them. If I see them like local to me, I don't talk to them because I've had bad experience doing that. Like I spoke to someone, I gave him my number. I wasn't interested in the end, and he was harassing me to the point where I was scared for my safety.
Oh wow.
He was just acting crazy. So it's just like, if I'm local around where I live, I'm not.
I've had the opposite.
I've heard women wear rings
guys to leave them
just
alone.
to keep men off.
I might have to do that this summer. Yeah.
Summer's
I might
time.
actually have to do that this summer.
I'm not trying to block my blessings right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, but some guys don't even. No, I don't think my husband will approach me on the road. If I'm being honest, I don't think it will block any blessing.
What,
for
because
me.
of the type of man he would be?
No, because God knows who I am. I don't think he'll do it in a way where he knows I'm not going to talk to the person.
Don't say stuff like that. God wouldn't test you.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He could test me, but my track record, I don't really talk to guys that talk to me on the street. So
For me,
So what is it,
this.
club?
No, not the club.
The
I like.
That's
Do you know what I
worse than the
like?
street, if you
I know.
ask me.
I always say level of respect, because there are
Club,
guys
like,
who
people
talk to
that's
me
a
on the
mark.
street.
Respect
and
means
it's not-
nothing.
And they don't come, not in the respect, be like, oh, you look nice, you know. Like, and I'm like, you don't. The way you even sounded doesn't even sound right to me right now. But if I go, oh, I hope you don't mind. Can I talk to you? There's a guy who literally just trying to like looks at me like I literally really am a piece of me.
Yeah.
And then try to stop me. Those type of guys aren't getting nothing from me. They're barely getting a look in the face. Versus a guy who politely stops me and just says, I hope you don't mind. I remember one guy, it was really random. I was buying toilet roll and he was behind me and he commented on my hair and I was like, oh yeah. And then because we were talking to each other, the cashier thought we were together and he was like, oh, don't worry, I'll get it for you. I was like, oh, cool. That's nice. And we started talking from that point. And it was like, because he was like, oh yeah, so chatting and it's like, that was a nice approach. He didn't technically just stop me on the street, but I didn't know him from nowhere either. Versus one guy literally made me feel like a piece of meat. You know when someone you feel like they've raped you with their eyes, like why are you looking at me like this? They don't get nothing.
And summer is coming.
I wouldn't.
Summer is coming.
Just yesterday, I was walking home.
Yeah.
This guy's riding his bike. He rides past me.
He's riding a bike by.
I know. Well, I have no judgment towards bikes.
I didn't say
I
that.
can't believe you, sir. You talk to people on the road on a bike. The guy that talks to you on the road. Exactly. Or Canary Wharf.
I didn't say that. You can ride a bike.
But anyway, yeah, he rides back past me. I was just walking anyway, I didn't care. And he goes back up again and he's whistling at me. And I'm just like, oh.
Bad moves, guys.
I don't know
What's
what-
going on?
You don't give them any signal and they continue. And he rides up again. He's waiting at the road as I'm walking down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to go home in peace, please. Hey, sexy, your ass. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Your husband won't approach you like
Is this
that.
what guys are saying?
This
Is what you're saying?
is what some of them do.
Recognise.
Is
Not
this
all
the
of them.
brothers?
I don't even recognise those guys, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I think the brothers are more disrespectful though than when I'm approached by other guys from other races. They're way more respectful.
Yeah.
I've heard that. It's a shame. It is a shame. But I always just see that as like, you know, like if you really want the woman, you know what a woman wants. Like every man knows typically what a woman wants. Like
Does
if
a
you're
woman want?
respect,
That's true.
you know, to be treated in this, you know, to be made to feel special. You know what a woman wants generally. A man that knows a man. So your ass. Come on, you ought to know you're losing straight away once you open your mouth and you're trying to mac like that. That's just like
Guys like that.
that's not even cool. Like you're meant to see the ass, appreciate the ass, but just be about something else. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you know, we can't lie about attraction. Attraction is attraction. You might see the woman and think, God damn, but find out what else is going on. Like she's not just that, is she? You know.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
you're not just that either. So
Yeah,
where's
exactly.
your self-respect? Like,
Exactly.
be about something else. You know.
Exactly.
And that way you'll probably stand more of a chance. I would say.
Wait, so what does that mean?
What?
So do you mean like how the woman dresses?
No, I'm just saying if a man is attracted to a woman who's very, very sexy, he should focus when he's talking to her on something other than how sexy she is.
Yeah, fair
Because
enough.
it's a bit down. It's a bit average.
I agree with you.
Because obviously you look bashy. That's why I've like turned my bike around 3 times, and it's quite obvious that.
I don't know. I'm just really not into guys on the road. I don't know why I have such a.
I think my husband can come at any route or any place.
Yeah.
Like literally, like it could be on the road, it could be a networking event, it could be through friends. I'm not trying to block any blessing for myself.
And I saw something on TV. It was like, oh, some show, and they took him to this couple. And he was like, oh, where'd you meet your wife? And he was like, Lidl.
Aww.
It's like, yeah, it's Lidl, sure. You know, it's
Yeah.
not glamorous, but yo, you met the love of your life
This is true.
while you were shopping.
But do you know what?
You know?
Yeah.
There's so many ways to meet people. On the road is just one out of a million.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. But yeah, cool. Another question. So, talking on girl code and guy code, how do you feel about snitching on your friend's partner if you saw them doing something wrong?
Oh, no problem. I've got no problem letting. I've got no problem letting a brother know. Because
That
I
you
mean,
saw.
oh yeah.
Okay, let's
Let's just save
let's
the
up
heartache,
the
man.
tempo. What if your friend's partner was hitting on you?
I've had it.
Really?
Yeah, I've had it in the weirdest way as well.
Go on, tell us.
Mate, I don't know how far this podcast will reach.
Very far,
Might
but
be
keep
far
going.
reaching. Put it this way, you know, it was like she was interested. They're not together, but like
They're dating.
yeah, no, they like God, like basically. How do I say this right? They're not together, but they have a long-standing relationship.
They're
And
fuck buddies.
No, like long-standing, like were together for 16 odd years, or were together for years and years and years.
And then they broke up.
Yeah.
And they're still seeing each other.
No, because.
Oh, so they're exes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there's family involved, so.
Oh, okay.
You know.
They're intertwined.
They're intertwined.
Forever.
And yeah.
Physically, emotionally, bodily as well.
Yeah.
What, did they have children?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And yeah.
You're really not trying to say.
I'm trying not to say.
It's
I'm
okay,
trying not
it's
to
okay.
say.
But so she tried to like put it on you.
Yeah, she tried to put it on me.
Do you tell your friend?
He knew because he asked her if it was okay.
Well, she asked him if it was okay.
Mm.
Oh, that's alright then. It's not okay, but as long as it's permission.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about your friend who's in love with their girlfriend, and the girlfriend
In
is
love with
making.
the girlfriend?
Yeah, they're in a relationship,
In
and
a relationship,
she.
that's different.
Maybe you're at a party and she,
Yeah.
I don't know, comes near you.
Yeah.
I don't know, puts hands in your hands or something and starts flirting with you. Would you tell him that happened?
Yeah, man.
You would.
Would I? Yeah.
I
Because you would some dodgy ass girl, man.
Yeah.
You know, she's gonna bruck you up some next way,
Yeah.
or later down the line, or just save the heartache, save the years more
Yeah.
of that nonsense.
It's true.
Because she's gonna do it. If she's doing it to me, who's so close to home, you can just say,
Yeah.
She was
How
doing
much
it.
worse though is she doing it to
You know what I
like,
mean?
yeah.
She's getting
So
on
true.
serious somewhere else.
Girls like that don't exist, do they?
They do.
They do.
I reckon.
Oh my gosh.
I reckon.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the sort of stuff.
I just feel like if you're gonna like cheat on your man, at least do it outside the circle.
At least.
Sometimes it actively happens in the circle and stays a secret.
Yeah, because what happens in the circle is
Best
that people.
man.
Yeah, people get familiar with each other in the circle, and you might even end up liking, like, you know, when you get so close to someone, like, they're so fun, they're such a nice personality, they are actually good looking, they're nice, and it's just like, oh, well, I can't help it, I kind of really like him, but I shouldn't.
Yes.
It happens.
It does happen.
But you gotta control the shit, you know.
You do.
We're too you
grown.
know, yeah, we're too grown, and we need to elevate. All of us need to elevate and stop doing certain things, you know.
See, I would tell, definitely. But, you would tell as well, right?
I'll tell you.
But the only thing is, my experience of seeing this happen before, the woman can sometimes end up not liking the friend because her
Yeah.
man hit on her. That's Zen, girl code, guy code. I feel like, I don't know, what I've seen, the woman sometimes gets a bit like, why did he hit on her? And just can't get that out of her head.
Yeah.
And kind of somehow in a weird way puts the blame on the woman as well.
The
Her
woman
friend
always gets
as
the
well.
blame, or the
That's
one that's
thing.
told the story will
Exactly.
get the blame.
So I feel like that's why it becomes a bit harder, especially for a woman to tell her woman friend. But I feel like you should tell your friend anyway.
I mean, I'm so thankful I've never been in that situation before, and I can't even imagine being that friend, because I always find like whoever my friend's partners are is also a reflection on my friend as well, like who you've chosen to be your partner.
Yeah.
So if this person is like an extension of you, not like I'm trying to be extra, but this person is an extension of you, and then they're behaving in that way. Like, I feel like I just got to let my friend know, like, and I'm going to pray and hope that our friendship is A1 enough for her to see where I'm coming from, and see that my intention is to support and help her, and not have some guy out there making her look like a fool. Because the hard thing is, if she chooses to stay with him, I still have to support her. Like, that's all I can do, is be like, I don't agree, but I'm going to support you because you're my friend.
Yeah.
But the fact that he thinks he can try it with me...
Yeah, it's deep, man.
Like, you're not even respecting the friendship, let alone your girl. You're not even respecting that we're friends. That's a different level of disrespect.
It is.
Different level. It is. I'd have to agree, man. Yeah, it's all wrong.
It is wrong.
It's all wrong.
It's all
It's
wrong.
all wrong.
But can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
What are your thoughts and feelings on marriage, and is there too young an age to get married?
I think you can get married from the legal age.
That's 18, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, for you guys personally, is there too young an age for you to be married? Or have you met Mr. Right when you were 20 and you just knew he was Mr. Right? You know, because back in the day, our elders, we would
have been married, quite young.
Yeah, 19, 18. Or do you want to explore the world?
I think this is annoyingly going to be a very generic answer, but it is different strokes for different folks. Personally, I think I think it's important for you to know who you are as an individual first. And no matter the way that sounds a bit airy-fairy, because regardless, life is still going on. No matter what age you are, you're still learning about yourself. There's still lots of stuff within you that you can develop, but you're never going to get that time back. But in the same breath, there's people who definitely know that's the person they want to spend the rest of their life with, and it depends on their own individual reasons as well. Why they're getting married young too. If it feels like they're doing it because they know they want to commit to this person forever, and not because of the external factors, or like, oh, we want to be able to live with each other, or we want to be able to do this with each other, we can't do it until we're married. Until they know that that's the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Yeah, sorry, I've just been very airy-fairy with that answer, sorry.
No, sorry. And how about you?
Okay, so I feel like it's different for everybody. Everyone evolves mentally at different ways and different speeds, so we're all in our own lane. Me personally, at the age of 18, I'd even say up to maybe 26, I still have mental growing to do, but the huge transformation happened for me around 26, 27. So anything younger than that, if I got married then, I wouldn't be the same person. And I don't know if my partner would be the person that's going to support me as I make that transition. Or if, I don't know, I feel like I'm grateful for how it's working out for me, and I thank God. I would rather find myself, know who I am, but most importantly be secure with who I am. I don't like that idea, because I spent a lot of my youth, because I didn't have a dad that was present in my life, I spent a lot of my youth thinking, you know, this whole Cinderella complex, like this man, this knight in shining armor is just gonna come and save me. And I realized that knight is God. And I was like, I cannot put my hope in people. Not that I'm gonna be a negative person, but I can't put my hope, let alone a man. So no. That's
based off your feelings for not having...
That might be involved, definitely. I will not even dispute that. But I mean, I initially started off wanting a man that's gonna, you know, really love me, really care for me, but worst of all, I wanted him to be my happiness, and that's where the issue was. And that's why a lot of my relationships did not work, because the pressure was too much on him, because he cannot be my happiness. So at this stage now, I feel a lot more secure, and I'm so thankful for that. And I feel like I'm more ready for a serious long-term relationship. But then even then, there was something on Instagram the other day that was saying, you know, a lot of you girls are saying you're ready for your husband, but you just want someone you can do Instagram with on holidays and blah blah blah. You don't want someone who's going to battle with you, grow with you, stretch you. All this. It's not, marriage is not
a smooth sailing. There's still a journey.
Everyone acts like it's this, huge.
They expect it to just be fairy tale perfect.
It even takes time to be ready. I have these two friends who are married, and I love them so much, but I've watched them because they met when they were really young as well, but they gave themselves time to grow together before they were ready to get married. And it's just beautiful, because I've watched them evolve. I've watched them learn each other. I've watched them overcome things, and to really build the right foundation for marriage. So I would say it just depends on the person. Don't follow the world. Do what's right for you. Because you could be 18 and feel like you're ready for marriage, and this could be the person that's going to be with you as you grow and evolve. But it just depends on your rate of evolution as well. Are you going to evolve that much or a little bit? Because not everybody evolves a lot, if we're being honest.
And sometimes you can, everybody evolves, but are you and the other person evolving together? Are you guys both working to the same mission or same pathway together? Because say if because you hear sometimes, I'm being really corny in certain movies and stuff like that, or even talk about my own parents, actually no, I can talk about that. But you can be if you get married at a young age, 20, like your brain might be like, oh yeah, I'm going to follow my man, we got this, we got that. But as you grow older, you might want to even do bigger things, but the guy you're with doesn't even have that same ambition as you do. And it's because you guys initially didn't think, okay, what's your ambition together as a couple? Because there's nothing wrong with evolving. We're going to constantly evolve, but your life partner is meant to be someone that you're doing it together with. And so I think the benefit of not doing it younger is that you get time to think about what that is. But also, if you know that from a young age and you're very secure and know that's what it is, then it's smooth as well. And then also, there's some relationships, people get together when they're young and they are a complete hot mess, but they've been a hot mess together from young and they've learned their ways and they decided to continuously still fight for that stuff together, and they actually are beautiful. Like later on the line, obviously people are not saying, oh, you have to go through the pain struggle. It's not everyday struggle life, but it is literally different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, literally.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I would. I'd probably say what in terms of.
Like if it was ever an age where it's too young.
It's your question.
Yeah. No. I know. Sorry. I was just saying what aspect, but no, I do think. I do think there is too young an age to get married, because I don't think you've seen enough of life. You know, I don't think you've learned enough of life. I don't think you've had enough experiences. You know, I think it's wise to not just go out and just do whatever willy-nilly, you know, but just to be a bit more.
What age would you say is too young?
Too young. I just think if you're like 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, I think the construct of today's society doesn't allow for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where it did in your
Your
eldest
days.
days, you know, in your mum's days or whatever. Like society, it's like if you didn't marry, it was a problem. Now it's like no one gets married. Like what are you talking?
Unless you're Nigerian.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Don't marry is a problem.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you don't marry, but even in the diaspora, you know, in the West Indies, it's a similar thing. You know, all my family, most of my family are married. You know, at one point or another they got married. You know, and that practice is a very common thing in my family, and it typically was, you know, throughout the West Indies as well. But we all know that tradition is much stronger in West African culture, generally, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there is too young an age in today's construct of relationships and
That's fair.
the way life is, and you know.
I don't know, because there's some. I get what you mean, because obviously, 18 is a very young age, but I've come across 18-year-olds that are really.
Yeah, mature. So that's what I was going to add. I wouldn't write it off.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to speak too, you know, rigidly about it. But yeah, I wouldn't write it off. If that magic is there, you know, because if I met the woman I'm with now, you know, she may not have been as elevated as she is now, but back then I feel like we'd still be.
That's nice.
Do you know what I mean? Because she's just like worldly, man. She's just broad.
That's
You know what I mean? She's just.
Amazing.
You know? Yeah, and
That's
and you
nice.
can grow with someone like that, because
Yeah.
me myself, I'm an ambitious person. You know, I can't really just sit around and not. You know, I want to, because what people don't. What really hit me in life is like when you get that concept of time, like how much actual time you have on this earth. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have time to waste.
There really isn't when you do the math. Even.
Trust
when
me.
you actually do the math, the fact that you sleep for a third of it, you know. Because we're sleeping 8 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
So when people waste your time, you just gotta throw up the deuces.
So true.
You know, it's
So
like,
true.
yeah, when you grasp that concept, you're like, boy, let me just get at it and just get as much out of life as possible. Because I've seen people die young, I've seen people get ill young. Do you know what I mean? I know my cousin got cancer when he was, how old was he? 34, 33.
Sorry.
Do you get what I'm saying? Had to fight that off. He's still there fighting strong. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, do you really want to be ramping with your time on life?
It's true.
That's what I think as well.
Yeah,
like, because sometimes people think it's a key age, but then you go past the age that you now think is key. You're like, oh wait, I haven't sorted out this part of my life, and that's why it literally is different for each person. And because marriage is, I see it as a forever partnership, making sure that you are in the right frame of mind and that person is as well, and you guys both have the right goal together. So as long as that bit is, it might be actually I'm too young to know if I'm in that frame of mind yet, but if you are ready, then all for it.
Yeah.
And for the right reasons as well. For the right reasons as well.
Yeah, I would agree. Good answer.
So on the topic of marriage.
Why?
It's because you're engaged as well, so this is very interesting.
Alright.
So, I saw a tweet. It said the average wedding in the UK costs about £32,000. What do you guys think of this?
I think it's scandalous, man. Personally, I think people just like a lot of wedding venues, they just milk it because they know. Do you know what I mean? They know people. Listen, if you decide you want to get married and you decide that's the place, people go and find the money.
Yeah.
And they do, and a lot of people, you know, are paying off their weddings years after, you know. And yeah, paying off their honeymoon and their wedding years after the thing.
That's a joke.
And you're like, whoa. It's, you know, I mean, if you got it, why not? Because it's a beautiful memory, you know. It's like you can make that one day so special and never forget it. And it's not a financial strain on you, but I hear some, you know, like some Asian people I was talking to, they were like, well, we decided to have a very small wedding and then buy a house.
Does that not make sense?
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, that sounds a bit more sensible.
It does sound more sensible.
But, you know, in terms of how hard society is generally and how tough it can be to make money, and you know, do you want to really be throwing the money? But I mean, it all depends on what you want. You know, we're trying to minimize the budget, but we're not skimping. It's not like we're skimping, but we're trying to minimize the budget because, you know, when it comes to honeymoon and all this sort of stuff, that's another expense. You know, if you want a really nice honeymoon,
that's the thing.
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
Where does the pressure for a big wedding come from?
I think
it comes from. Go on.
Oh, sorry. I think it's the whole concept of keeping up with the Joneses
Yes.
and Bella Naija and all that stuff.
Yes.
Personally,
it's the perception, isn't it?
I've been a bridesmaid a couple of times and been to a couple of weddings and things like that. And it's like, oh, things have to be this way, things have to be that way, and it's like, or brides be talking to other brides and being like, oh, have you done this yet? Have you done that yet? And they even feel pressure themselves because there's going to be people coming in. It's time to kind of almost show and flaunt, like, this is our union, this is how much we love each other, get the Instagram. I feel like the growth of like posing and showing things to people has definitely put the pressure on because people are always looking at what the next man's doing.
So do you feel like the bride feels the pressure more than the groom for a big wedding?
There's some guys doing show as well, you know. There's some guys doing show men as well, so
in my for me, I mean, you know, the wedding doesn't have to be that grand. For me, it's about the union with the person, how we grow and what we build and how we build it, and our legacy, more than spending 40 grand on one day or 30 grand.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me personally.
I don't know why I'm just so odd.
Yeah.
I feel like, because you know, there's this bride gene where girls just, since they were a child, they dreamt about being a bride, they know what dress they want, this, that. I'm not like that.
yeah.
No?
I just came across the most amazing concept. I was like, I think I want to do this.
What do you want to do?
So my colleague came back from a party and I was like, tell me about this wedding party, I don't understand. She said that they eloped.
That's what I want to do.
They ran off somewhere and just got married, just the two of them.
So what you want to do?
And then they came back. And then just threw a nice party.
Yeah.
I was like, that actually sounds okay. That's more.
Yeah, you can do that.
The whole
you know?
idea of like the wedding dress, there's so much pressure on the woman, especially. It's too much. For a day between me and my husband, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird one because I feel like I was the girl who was younger who was like, oh my gosh, like my wedding has to be like this, and I have an idea what dress I want to do, and like everyone's gonna be invited, and I've got loads of friends. It's gonna be a big wedding, it's gonna be a heart, it's gonna be lit. And then I started being part of weddings and seeing how much money and stress. Money and stress. Or even like just because to be like, if you got the money for it, but it's not even that. It's the interweaving of two different families coming here. This person wants it this way. This person wants it that way. These rituals of customs and things you have to do. Oh, and then even when you look down at the invite list, and you're like, it's about a union of two come together. And then I feel like the longer I wait, because obviously I'm not in a position where I'm dating or I'm married or anything like that. So I feel like I can't wait to meet my husband. I don't care about the wedding day. I just can't wait to meet my husband and like know what's going on then. I would never want to be in a position where I spend all this money but I can't afford a house. Like,
this is what I mean, you know, if you can't, like, I would never put it over the home situation, you know, I would never spend the money on it if I knew that we can invest it more wisely. You know? So it's about your means as well, you know. Some of the Asian weddings, I know this Pakistani guy, a Muslim guy, and he was just like, 40 grand for his wedding, no problem.
But he could afford it, it was fine.
Yeah, well, people, they put, like, culturally, people
come together.
do you know what I mean? And he was like, there's people there I didn't know, I've never seen before. There were just like hundreds.
That happens in Nigerian weddings as well, though.
Yeah,
It
I
happens
can't
all
do
the
that.
time.
I can't do that.
But yeah,
That's why I just have a big party. I'm already having 2 weddings. One for my mum. Simple. Just let her have her day. Like literally, invite all your Calabari people. Everyone come down. I'll do the.
yeah.
As long as you start the food and I look cute, that's like.
Yeah.
But my actual wedding day. The only sad thing is though, I've said to my friends, yeah, I might elope. My friends have got a bit upset by me when I said that.
Why?
Because it's like they want to share it with you, and I get that because I definitely would want to share the day with my friends as well. I think it's because I'm kind of like being like one of the last people to get married out of my friendship group. I feel like even the momentum of weddings are starting to die off a little bit.
What, a lot of your friends are not married?
A lot of my friends are married, so like I'm one of the like, not the last one, but I am like one of the few single people out of my group of friends, and it's like I'm just a bit. I love like I cry. Like I think the first one I was part of, I cried. I was like, oh my gosh, like together. But after you've done the song and dance a little bit, you get it. You guys love each other. There's some cute speeches. Well, your wedding will be amazing, by the way. I'm not trying to sound negative. I'm not trying to sound negative, but it's like it's just like there's so many other opportunities where you guys can see our love and union, not just that day.
Not just that day.
And I'm not gonna bankrupt myself for you guys.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, you know, I can't get out of it. You know, my bride, she wants a proper wedding day and what have you.
That's fair.
And it's within the means. So from it's within the means and it ain't putting anyone out, then fine, let's go for
That's
it.
another thing, because when I say I want to elope, my husband might not want to elope, and that's okay too.
Oh my gosh, that's my worst thing. Imagine if my husband wants a big wedding. Ugh.
That's okay as well.
I'm just into the chick, man. Just give me the chick.
Aww.
Give me the ring. Put the ring on. Just give me the chick.
That's
and
sweet.
I'm all good. All the party thing.
That's sweet.
I just want the chick.
I wouldn't mind a big
You know,
party.
because I've heard people just get married and then the thing just fall apart. Just mash up quick.
It's about building the union.
Like, was it just about the hype of you lot just
Getting married.
Was it all that, or were you lot?
You even
really
get some people who are really wise actually. They get engaged and they call off the wedding, which I think takes a lot of balls.
That takes mad balls.
I've seen that.
Mad balls.
I've seen that, and that's
Yeah, that's like whoa, because you now have to deal with the social backlash.
But it's when I feel like that
That's
doesn't
bad.
compare to the long term backlash of when it's divorced, maybe you've had kids and split apart family and blah
Yeah,
blah
that
blah.
could be worse, far worse. Yeah, but you know, it's just like it's still deep though.
Yeah.
Because you know we went to that extent to get engaged.
And then when you put it on the post, we're engaged, start looking at venues.
Social media. One day I'm just gonna pop up. I'm like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm married now.
Yeah,
Might be
but
that
just
way.
you see the social media thing and the marriage and all that. I'm not really.
You're not into it. I hear you.
Can I be real?
I put my engagement picture, like a picture up, like one picture, but I don't know. I might just put a couple hands, like a hand.
That's nice. That's artistic.
You know what I mean? Something like that. 2 rings, one on each hand.
Whatever you
Something
want.
simple, but the whole. I don't want to post it like it's a film I'm doing or an event.
Yeah.
Or like it's not that. It's
Why
like
not?
I don't know. I mean, you could do
I don't
to an
think this is
extent,
my thing.
but it's just a personal thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think-
you know. I always put up express my love. You know, generally, on a random day.
Yeah. I feel so sad because social media is deep, but it ain't that deep at the same time.
It
Like,
can be though.
no, it's like I said, it's
Yeah.
deep, and then it's
Yeah.
not. It's like 2 sides of the coin. Like, it's your page. Personally, whatever you want to post up, you post up. Yes, it's going to be people, because almost once you post up, you feel like you're giving other people an allowance to also comment on it as well, which it isn't even necessary.
Yeah.
But I used to think, because you know there's some guys who don't ever post up their girl, and I'm like, that's cool, because if that's your decision, that's fine. But then if you're posting up all your boy, I always say like, if you spend the most time with this person and you post up your boys, you post up your mum, post up everybody,
Yeah, I
but you don't post this person, what does that say about them? Versus if you don't even have any social media presence and you're not even that person that posts on social, that's alright. But if you feel comfortable to post all these other areas, but you don't feel comfortable to post that, then you're kind of innately saying that I don't feel secure. That's what I personally feel.
No, I agree with
I
that.
agree with
I've seen that a
that.
lot. I've seen that a lot, and I'm like, why is there a picture of everybody else but your girl? Like, where's
That
your
is
girl?
weird.
It's odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel my stance is just to be. I'm selective with what I show. It looks like you know a lot about me, but you don't know the half of it.
Not on your page. I can't tell nothing about you.
Oh, good. I'm doing a great job. But yeah, like I don't. Especially the older I get, the more private I am with my life, and I just don't. Because you know, you have to think why. I think I told you this a few weeks ago, Nina. I started to just think, why do I post what I'm posting? What is the purpose of sharing this? You know, my thing is always to inspire, empower, motivate. I feel like that's the calling of my life. So if I feel like what I'm doing is going to motivate someone, even when like I take a win with my business, I feel a bit funny posting it because it's like, I know some people might not feel happy and this is going to make them feel worse about themselves. But at the same time, there might be someone who really wants to do a business and they need to see this. So you just have to post it.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one. So even with love, like, because I've told you, sometimes I feel a bit negative about love. And when I see a beautiful couple on Instagram, especially if I know them, it kind of gives me that spark, that hope, you know, you tap into that blessing a bit. So
I agree.
I just have to be mindful how you do it. Because some people overdo it.
But that's when I say when it's deeper and it's not there, because I think it's a beautiful thing that you're caring about how other people might perceive it. But when you care too much about how other people perceive it, even if in a positive way, it can still have a negative downturn on it, because you'll then like think of this person's feelings about too much, because that same post can have two different connotations to two different people. Like I remember one of my friends had an amazing, she got engaged, she put a post about it. Oh, she just put it down. Like, why did you put it down? She goes, I just don't want to be one of those girls that had the post. I'm like, it was a big moment for you. Like, don't feel any way about it, and don't feel it's your moment, it's your page. If you don't feel comfortable with other people seeing, that's fine. But you thinking about how other people are seeing it, that's kind of like it's lovely that you have a nice heart and you're caring about other people in that way. But do you, boo? Like, do you know them ones?
People pleasing is dangerous.
It's just
I know. I hear what you're saying about people pleasing, but even when you do post things and people do feel negative about it, some of these people who are negative about it, you see them on the day-to-day and have to deal with that as well. So that's what I mean.
But would people really be that? Like,
Yes, they would.
Really?
You'd be surprised.
And just express so much open, like, this
some people's pages.
discontent with your happiness?
I remember seeing one person's page,
Like, really?
but I also feel like your page is a reflection on you. So like, if you want to post the boyfriend, that's fine. But after you post the fourth boyfriend, I don't care anymore. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because it's just every person you're posting, and I don't know. I don't care anymore. So even for me, like, I remember when I was in a relationship with somebody and I went on holiday with them, and to be fair, I guess I wasn't secure in that relationship, so I didn't post them, and they were like, they felt away, and I was like, actually, maybe I now realise that was quite a telling point for us, and to be like, actually, I don't want to post you. I don't want to share. I don't want to post you. I don't want to do this right now.
So true.
So
it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. Don't people please, but at the same time,
There's an extent
just
to
feel
people
like,
pleasing, you know?
you know, with Instagram, I just feel like you need to know why you're on there.
And I actually need to know why you're on there, because also a lot of people have social media personalities. And being in relationships, children and relationships are always high for posts, honestly. Like, people like
get more likes.
Yeah, people like to see your couples, people like to see your children. It's one of those things where people like to be part of your life. So if you are a social media personality, that helps you. Like, a person on their own is great, but imagine if also that person in a relationship with is also a social media thing. I saw one funny meme about like social media YouTube couples.
I saw that.
Yeah, guys with me. But
that was so funny.
It's scarily, it is true. Like, if you're a social media personality, for more instance, like, I don't see myself as a social media personality. I see myself as someone who does spoken word poetry, and so come on my page to see some spoken word, and I also have my own individual life. So like, you might see some bits of that, but mainly for me to kind of like show that I'm a girl that loves poetry, loves podcasting, and loves friends and family, and that's what we get from my page. I'm never going to be the person to be like, relationship, like, let's do mukbang together. I'm not doing that, but that's because that's not what my page is for. But if I'm in a relationship with someone, the way I show my love to my friends, my family, I'll probably also show it to my man as well, just because, like, this is my life. But bear in mind, I won't show you the hard times, not because I want to show you that everything is rosy. So it's not your business for me to show you my hard times either.
That's the thing. It's a highlight reel. So
it's a
It
highlight reel.
is, you know, which is why I tend to always use it for professional purposes generally, and I mix it up with a bit of family.
Yes.
But they're on the journey with me. It's like whoever's on the journey with me, you know,
Exactly.
type thing, you know, and they're not going anywhere. That's my family, so
yeah,
you know,
it's true.
That's quite normal anyway for anyone just trying to work their way up in the world, you know, of what we do. You know.
We get that luxury because we have it for our professional stuff that we do.
Yeah.
But for people who don't have that they're working on, I think social media can become that deep for them.
Yeah,
because
but
you're
it's,
literally taking it all on.
then what are they using it for then?
Personal.
Because funny, because
Literally.
before I shared poetry, I didn't even care about like anything about the page. It was something like, oh, this is cute, and it has filters. I know, obviously, I come from a different generation before the Facebook era, so I have that initial pressure.
Are we even before the Facebook era?
Yeah, because we were there when Facebook came.
Oh, okay.
So we know what it was like.
Oh, before it happened. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not like don't get me wrong, I was in the stage when Facebook was first doing me getting introduced to the universities and stuff like that. So it was like when we joined Facebook,
right.
everybody was on it and there was a different attitude behind it.
Remember
We're like,
MySpace?
yeah, you know what I mean? We're part of that era versus people were like straight away on terms of like, there are people who create Instagram pages for their babies. Do you know what I mean?
I don't get that. So do they log into their baby's Instagram page and post
And then they
pictures?
post and they go like, happy birthday, mommy. Anyway, let me not comment on
Messy.
no, because you know what?
being
No, because
messy.
it could be good because they could get their child into baby modelling. There are definitely benefits behind it. There are benefits behind. Honestly, I know people whose children is really sick at gymnastics, something like that, so they started their child's page already. I've seen a lot of like baby Instagram pages, and I'm like,
Nah.
I don't know.
I can't. Nah, too young on Insta. Social media is a very addictive thing.
It can be.
And it can be.
Because I've seen kids, apparently, some kids go, oh, mummy, I posted this. How many likes did I get?
What child?
Yeah, because that's what they really start their child on.
People define themselves off the likes, you know?
No,
People,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm in two minds about it because I don't want to knock anybody's hustle. Like, if you can get your child into like baby modelling and all that kind of stuff, it's good for them to have a presence on social. And obviously, all these different tools coming into life, great. Just, I hope there's some form of new education that can kind of inform children not to take it that seriously or not make it that deep. Because, like, literally, there's Instagram pages where the baby's still in the bun. Like, is that deep?
No way.
Have you not seen these ones?
Are you joking?
Because I'm really weird. I really love babies' pages because I think babies are so cute. Like, there's a page dedicated to like True and like Chicago and Storm Kardashian kids.
gosh.
And I'm like, oh my
Don't
gosh,
start on
they're
this,
so cute.
please.
So, but I'm like, they're celebrities, and
That's good,
it's not Kim like it's not the Kardashian style. It's like the fan pages
How do
that have it.
Kardashians show up to every episode of the Black Campus
But then when I see
podcast?
like regular schmegular people doing it, I'm like, I don't stay because I don't want to knock anyone's house on. I believe everybody does what's for the best child's best interest, regardless. I just we're at that era. That's all.
Alright guys, so this is now time for Let's Sketch It Out, where we read your questions and dilemmas and let you know our thoughts. Just a quick plug, if you have any questions, do send it over to the Blank Canvas podcast. Oh no, the Blank Canvas pod at gmail.com. Okay, first one. My relationship with my boyfriend has become so predictable and boring. He's nice enough, but I feel like our passionate years are behind us. There's a guy at work who keeps saying that he fancies me. A couple of Fridays ago, we celebrated his birthday at a local pub. At one point, he pulled me into the disabled loo where we kissed and groped like animals. I feel really bad about this. Should I tell my boyfriend?
What do you think, Kevin?
I think that,
Be honest.
honestly,
Honestly.
if my missus done that,
Would she still be your missus?
well, that's the thing, but I mean, you know, if she, I would rather she didn't tell me, and then instead of telling me, tell me how close to that happening our stuff is, or just let me know that, you know, she's got to fix whatever was going on here. She's unhappy. It's got to be fixed.
Yeah.
But I'd rather she just keep that because then it's done.
Yeah.
You know, and she can't be blamed when you're not showing her any sort of affection, any sort of emotion, any sort of, you're just dead with it.
Exactly.
And she's the one that really wants the intimacy, but you're not giving it. And it's kind of on you, that way. You know, so she's not right by doing that. She's not right.
No, she's not right.
Super not right.
She's stupid.
But you do leave yourself open to those things a little bit when you close the door on the other side.
Because I was thinking, obviously we don't know what the girl's intentions was, but what does she want the outcome to be? Because if the outcome is that she wants to stay with her man, then I agree that they've got to identify why things gone stale and things like that. That kind of got to a position where she was vulnerable enough for a guy to just grab her and her not to put like sexual assault cases on him. Just saying, like,
she
how are you gonna grab
They were
me?
raping each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was down.
So Yeah.
Even though he may have instigated it, but
Still.
But yeah, he only instigated it off her
vibe she was giving him, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Just,
Although I would even tell my guy that we got this close. I'll just tell him like, hey babe, I honestly believe that we kind of have issues in our relationship. I care about you a lot. I care about you a lot, but I feel there's something that we together have to review or look into, because if not, I just feel that it can go into a negative space. Already gone into a negative space, but I feel it can go into a negative space. And what can we do to address this?
Yeah, I agree with you. This clearly shows something's missing in her relationship. So identify what it is and work on it. I think it's just a kiss. Not that it's okay to go around kissing people.
It's just a kiss, but kisses can be very deep.
And that kiss sounds
it can never be as deep as having sex.
It can't. There's no way, of course.
Yeah.
But it's just
kisses
it's a violation.
open doors to other things.
Yeah, that's what
it does.
It does.
So you're like, when you're dating someone and he's like, oh my gosh, get to know this person, and then when you guys kiss, it's like the doors are open to like film that you guys are more intimate with each other.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It's like a dangerous door.
It's a dangerous door to open. So it's like, don't tell him if you want to save it. Because, even a man can't handle a kiss.
Yeah, I feel like guys are a bit more, unforgiving when it comes to stuff like that.
Although, I've never had to hold that type of secret to a partner before. Like, how would that feel? Like, knowing you kind of cheated on your man? I'll get over it, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'll get over it, it's alright. It's kind
so good.
No, I think...
I'll be smiling in his face, like, hey, babes.
You're dangerous.
No, do you know what? I'm actually the worst at keeping secrets, man. It's so hard. I might have to... It's weird because in principle, I think she should just keep it to herself. Yeah, but I'm the kind of person that can't... Even with the smallest things I do, I feel so bad. So
you harbour it.
I'm keeping that to myself.
If I can keep it to myself,
I would never do that though.
But if you really want that man, like he's the man of your dreams, he's just flopping for whatever reason, but he's just the one. Like if he would only fix up, he's just the one.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna tell him.
The only sad thing is I believe that everything in the dark comes out in the light.
Not every... Well, yeah, okay, fine.
I actually believe that everything does.
I think, is that in the Bible?
I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know. But
it sounds like it is, that's why I don't know.
Oh, it actually is, yeah, it is. I really believe that. So he works with me. There might be like a work do where everyone's together. And then obviously guys kissed, yeah. Other people in the office are gonna know about it. So it's one of those things where like he cheated really too close. Tell me, your boyfriend don't work in the same company as you, but you're gonna be in sticky situations in future. But anyway, maybe just leave your job in it.
No, he needs to go. I'm not leaving.
You gotta do something.
Just leave your job.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, I've got another one. It's a work one again. My colleague moans that she's too busy. I have a colleague who always moans about how busy she is, but refuses any help. I first thought this was a martyr complex, but she told my line manager I was not pulling my weight. I also found out that she said the same thing about another colleague who, like me, offers their support when it's busy. It's annoying how she constantly moans about her workload, refuses help, and then tries to suggest my colleagues and I are not supporting her. How do I approach this?
Personally...
I would just say management, man.
Personally, I would confront that person.
I agree with that.
Because I would just say, hi, do you need help? No, I'm like, well, you've spoken to my manager that you do believe that I'm not pulling my weight, so I'm asking you again. I'm offering help here. Please let me know what work you're doing and what I can do to assist you, because you've spoken to my manager and said this. In a nice tone, obviously.
In a nice tone,
yeah.
Because, like, and then letting it be clear as day to my manager that I've spoken to this person, I've offered assistance where possible. This person needs to understand how to delegate with their colleagues as well. And if they don't, let them drown themselves in it. People are giving them lifeboats and they're still acting a fool. Bye.
It's true, but I agree with you, because I mean I would go to management, but
management told you though.
But management's told me, so I would then approach the person.
How you gonna speak bad about me to my manager?
You know I've been asking you for help constantly. You're always going on about how difficult work is and how much workload you got, and you know I'm always asking you for help. I'm not the only one asking if you need help, yet you're reporting me to higher bodies.
I don't know.
Like, what's going on?
It depends if my contract says I'm supposed to support you. If it doesn't, moan. I don't care.
It's true.
That's true as well.
I'm not-
I forgot about that
too.
bit.
I don't
If you're
care.
contractually you have to
Then
support that person.
Then fair enough, but if it's not really my responsibility to carry your load, this is between you and management. It's got nothing to do with me.
That's so true.
But it's
Forgot
also
about
to
that.
do with the dynamic of the
the team,
relationship
yeah.
and the team, and if there's sort of animosity, you know,
That's the thing.
it's gonna lead to. So that's where and then you'll get the answer. She'll give you either a BS answer or the truth. You know, either way, you'll know where you stand once you.
Recently, no, I agree, because like, what am I going to do? Add more stress to my life. So what does my contract say? Because you busy, girl, I'm busy too. I just look cute with it so my face don't look stressed. Just because you look stressed doesn't mean I'm not stressed either.
I feel like some people have this, like, it's interesting that she said martyr complex, because it's like they just want, it's not that she's busy, she wants the attention. She wants you to feel sorry for her. And there are so many people who have problems, they complain about it. When you're like, okay, maybe we do it this way or that way, they don't want solutions. They just want you to feel sorry for them. I don't know why.
But they usually go about that by pushing people away. You're meant to, if you really want, you can bring people, you know.
Yeah,
you don't have
I
to
agree with
always,
you. I agree with you.
I completely agree with everybody, because also, like, everyone's had stages in their own work all the place where things are stressful and things are busy. It's just the nature of the 9 to 5 career path you're going through. But if you're constantly like that, why are you here? Like, life is too short.
But it's
you know?
interesting because sometimes
Life
I
is too
feel like
short.
some people, because I've experienced this as well, they're in the wrong job.
Yeah.
And they'll be doing their best, and there's people who are doing the same job who are doing it breezy, easy, quick, and they can't keep up with the work. Like with me, for example, I was in a job where there was something I was doing that was very repetitive, and I find that if I keep doing, let's say something as simple as being a bricklayer, I can't do it because after a while I lose interest. And I become slow and it starts to become a bit daunting for me. So I need, that's why, I'm very grateful I'm in a job now where I do different projects and it's constantly new challenges, constantly stimulating my mind. So I feel like it's really important you also work out what's best for you. Because if everyone else is going fine and you are snowed in, that is a big indication you're in the wrong job.
Or maybe you actually do have too much responsibility on you at that moment in time, because I felt like there's times where like I was actually managing way too many projects. I spoke to my manager, I was like, something has to change.
I get that, but if you're in a team of people, you're all basically doing the same thing and you're snowed in, but other people, because I've had that, I was literally, I couldn't keep up, but there are people that breeze past it. And I realized I can't do repetitive things like that. It doesn't work for me. I need to do other stuff, but so everyone's different. All right, so this is Scratch Out, our section/segment on the pod where we just like let off our frustrations and things that annoy us.
Scratch it out.
You're more than welcome to contribute.
Scratch it up like a scab.
Well, something happened to me yesterday. I'm gonna tell you, and it was really kind of like it made me realize how far we've actually come in society. But you know, I walked into this bar, and there's this group of people, and they happen to be European, that were talking at the door of the bar, and I walked in, and they were like, "Oh, hi James, hi Sarah, oh great, haven't seen you for so long. How's work? Oh great, hi." And then I came in, and they all went, "Hey," and they stopped talking. Literally, my presence stopped them talking.
Why?
I don't know. They looked me up and down, like almost as if I shouldn't be in the place.
Whereabouts was it?
It was somewhere in EC.
Oh, Central.
Central. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, wow. And they literally, until I left, because I just walked in to ask a question, until I left, they didn't really start back their conversation in the same energy and spirit that I met them in. And I was like, whoa, is it like, are people still that uncomfortable with black people?
That is
just
weird.
Up in the place or what? And it was.
Did you know them before? Like?
No. There's just random strange group of people, and it was a weird and basically that's one of the things that just drives me crazy. Like people in this day and age, up to now, can't get comfortable with others. The other complex, like they still have the other thing. You know, that xenophobia or whatever.
As well.
You know, it's like it's a real thing. I've experienced that. And I was like, whoa, I've just walked into the place, I look totally decent. Do you know what I mean? I've not come in aggressively, I've opened the door nice and
It's sad that you even have to think about it.
Yeah, and I was like,
so you
whoa,
had to go through that.
in like 2019, really?
I
And I felt like saying like, you know, don't worry, it's just your friendly neighborhood black man. You could carry on your conversation, like, you know. But I didn't really want to. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really want to. But they were blatantly like uncomfortable with my presence in there. You know, it was undeniable to me. And I just thought, wow, like, we haven't gone as far as we think we have in society. You know? When in central London that's happening.
That's ridiculous.
It's actually crazy. Do you feel like because you didn't say something, because I believe in energy, do you feel like because you didn't say something that moment that you had to take that energy with you, that angry energy?
In a way, but I don't harbour energy. I've learned how to relinquish that.
Oh wow, you got to teach me, boy.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a one thing. It's like years of conditioning. Because basically, what we do as humans, we conditioned to do.
Yeah.
You know, most of our practices and our actions are all conditioned.
That's very true.
You know, so that if you recondition yourself and change your perception of things, it's like how you see things. Like some people might say, "Oh, the cigarette calms me," you know, but some person might say, you know, actually that's poison. Yeah. It's your perception of it. You know, it might do the calming, but it's your perception of it. Yeah, but in this day and age, man, that sort of stuff happening is just it's deep. It
is deep.
You know,
I have
it's deep, and I did kind of take the energy, but I dispelled it, and I thought
dispel that crap.
But what I felt like I should have done is say something, because I feel like sometimes when you don't check people,
they
continue their action sometimes, and just to put that little spark in the head. But as far as I'm concerned, another voice in my head says, you know what, you cannot condition some people. You cannot recondition them.
They will get checked.
You cannot change them. They will
get checked some way.
Yeah, they'll get checked some way.
Universe will sort them out.
But I was just like shocked. I was like, whoa.
In this day
and age, like literally stop talking.
It's so annoying. Yeah. My one. So I like to go to a nail shop to do manicure, pedicure. My feet are not the nicest feet, and to my shock horror.
As far as you're concerned, somebody else might.
No, honestly, it's university around the world.
Fine.
So she's doing my nails or whatever, and she's like talking about me to other woman in their language, and they're basically mocking me, and I was so angry. I was
where were they from?
They did that.
Korean or?
Well, nail shop. I don't know.
Nail shop, yeah. Asian.
I got you.
Asian nail shop.
I got you, girl.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were just literally. It was just. I hate that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
You can't hear what they're saying.
I won't lie. That's one thing. No offense. Sorry. I know it would normally be around like the Asian community. One reason why I actually don't like going to their nail shops, but I go more because of convenience, not because I want to. Because I don't know. All the black nail shops aren't down the corner from me. They're really not. They're a bit further afield. Yeah. Because your customer service, I'm not gonna lie, is whack. Like sometimes I get on the customer service. Not all of them. I'm not trying to bring them all the same brush, but like. Speaking in your own language is a beautiful thing, so I never want to pause anyone to do that. But I'm also a customer and a client. Doing your manicure and pedicure is meant to be a nice beauty treatment type of feel. Talk to me, experience it, and you don't make me feel. I literally like people go, "Are you going to do your nails?" Oh, that's something nice. No, it's a job I have to do. I haven't done my nails in about 4 months. I'm so proud of myself. Been saving myself some money, but I'm gonna get nails done very soon. I normally wear acrylics all the time. This is a bit weird for me.
Okay, I do like natural too.
I need some acrylics badly. But yeah, like it's an experience and you don't make me feel A1.
It makes you feel weird going there again. And they're so good as well, so it's really annoying. It's like, gosh.
Yeah, that's it. You know, they sort of monopolise the market.
Yeah.
So people tend to always have to go there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be that way. Some people take a stance and they start their own thing, you know?
Yeah, there are a couple of people starting, and I've been to a couple of black owned ones too, and they do lit styles too. It's just, I feel bad that like have to travel. Like I live north London, a lot of south. There's a couple in east as well. I just live in north London, about Baton where I live, and it's like, I mean, I should be able to push myself more, but my timing and priorities are really crazy. That when I was doing my nails, I just want to drive the road.
You don't want to go on a journey to go do your nails.
When I was doing my nails, people go, you know you can get it cheaper here in Peckham.
You pay the difference in transport.
Exactly.
Would you, if there was a really good black salon, but it wasn't in your area, would you be sort of...
Hair is different.
Yeah? Would you not hair, like nails, would you be prepared to travel? If they're like really good customer service, they're brilliant, workmanship
I
and everything.
would.
In South London.
But
Well,
tell me where
wherever
that
they
is.
are, like, would you go what you would call too far to go and
South
invest?
London.
I won't lie,
Croydon.
I haven't been those because there is good black ones. There are really are good list of good black ones, and I feel that's me. I should challenge myself and more because I'm more about empowering more black businesses, regardless. Anyways, I use the stupid. I guess I'm using the excuse of time because I have gone to them as well, but because they're so limited as well, you've got to book. You normally got to book about a week or 2 weeks in advance or something like that to get there because they're the only one, and it's great that means they've got a lot of traffic coming through. For me to physically get there, I've got to book 2 weeks in advance and then all that type of stuff. Versus the one down the road from me, I literally just turn up and go, oh, how long's the wait? 30 minutes. Okay, cool, I'll just sit here and wait. Do you know what I mean? That's what I normally do versus one time. So I feel bad I'm saying excuses because I'm not for giving excuses definitely when it comes to supporting black businesses. It's just that it's really hard for me to fit it into my schedule. I'm working on it though. Right now I haven't done my nails in so long either.
That's the thing, it's like convenience, you know, convenience sometimes will just set us in that direction.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to be different, but I don't think our own businesses have the best customer service either. Have to keep it buck.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm gonna say that though on air, but yeah.
In my experience, I want to say that because again, we don't want to paint people with the same brushes, you know, as we mentioned before. But in my personal experience, I haven't had the best customer service.
No, I agree with you.
Always, you know.
I don't, and realised I don't think it's even a racial thing. I just think it's a lot of people just don't care.
Yes, that's it. It's just the amount of care you give to your business and how you want to, you know, attract customers, how you want to retain customers. You know, it's your perception of what business is. You know, like some people's perception is business is an experience.
Yeah.
You know, when you go into Apple, that's a goddamn experience. You're like, you know, you don't want to come out the shop. You're like, oh, and everyone's so nice and helpful. And, like, it's an experience.
Oh, you get in and somebody shocks you straight away and like.
Do you know
It's
what I mean?
true.
It's an experience for those people, so their perception of business is completely different. And I think, like, I go and eat in Basaba sometimes, you know,
I love
and I just find them, particularly one in Westfield, very, very nice and helpful. And, you know, they change your food if you're not happy with it. They just, you know, you try to change your food in a, yo.
Hello,
What do you mean? Let me not even get into it.
Let's not get into it.
You know, listen, I've come back and complained, like there's a hair or something, you know, typical things that could happen. And I'm like, yo, I'm sorry I came in and asked. I'm sorry I came back. I should have just took the hair out or rewarmed it at home and mind my business. Good boy. Now I don't even want to come back.
Yeah. Honestly, like,
Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
So it's like, how do you perceive business to be like? And we're in the Western world, like we've got standards of what's high and what's not.
Exactly.
Like, look, you got a good barometer there
To understand
what does well and what don't. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really understand it entirely all the time.
Do you? Go for it.
I was just going to say, I believe our people are working on it.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Do you believe price is what we pay for customer service? So if we are, so for example, if you were in Primark and you didn't get the best customer service, you'd be more okay with it because it's Primark?
No, it's got to be up there regardless. You're spending your money, your hard-earned
money there.
You know what I mean? It's not a thing where, oh, well, we're crap. Because you go into Gucci and they treat you like you can't afford it either. So, you know what I mean?
I get it.
You could do.
Obviously, Primark, I'm thinking, although Primark was a good choice, I think because that's really kind of a big organisation, you're going to expect like good customer service regardless. I'm thinking more of small businesses when they're trying to like learn around customer services more.
Yeah. But what is there to learn? Is it hard? Just be nice.
Funny enough though, when your business starts to grow, your priorities might be on the finances, the marketing, the hiring of new staff and all that kind of stuff. So actually, there are like people who take full-on courses around customer services and like the whole process and the end, like the beginning, the end time, because not only is the whole experience of customer coming in and being nice, it's also if they do have a complaint, how do you manage it and how do you kind of like calm it down? Social media's played a big role in that one now, because there's now like Pretty Little Things has their main brand page and then they'll even have a customer service Twitter page, because people complain on so many different formats. It's just that if you're a small brand that doesn't have the people to be able to have someone that looks specifically on that. Company I work for was a huge company. They have a head of customer service. They have a VP of customer service just because that's their role, to focus on the area to make sure that customer experience is that. When you've got to be everything to everyone, you almost kind of like let that area drop a little bit, which is sad because you shouldn't.
I think that's terrible.
But
you could also draw on
what you said in just, you can just be nice.
Yeah.
You know, that's a brilliant starting point.
You should, everyone should always be nice,
receptive and helpful in some regard. Like,
the base.
we could start there, and that's baseline. You know.
I worked at Barclays years ago, and one of their main things that they drill into staff is customer service is the number one priority before anything else.
They have a system where when you get new staff in, they drill that into you because they've already kind of got the programs and all that kind of stuff to be like.
I get that. But even me with my small business, customer service will never
because you have that in you.
Yeah.
When you get bigger, because your company is going to get bigger and you start hiring people and stuff like that. As long as you can remember to constantly drill that into other people. But then there's some people who start businesses and they haven't got that mind frame to literally think because you've got to be the CEO of your company.
I get it.
Think every single touch point.
But to truly expand, you can't without customer service. You can't be an openly not nice place and think you're going to be the next ASOS. It's not. It's never going to happen. It's so important, so integral to success as a business. You can't let it go. So
and like you say, customer service is problem solving as well. It's not just being nice.
Yeah, exactly. It's true.
It's solution based.
Their whole experience, making sure it's a positive experience. If they're not happy when they're buying your goods, you attach a feeling. Sorry, I've just studied this so much. You attach a feeling to when you buy things from a certain place.
I agree.
You just have to go there one time,
That's bad.
and they piss you off. Every time you look at the shop, you remember that experience and you won't go back in there.
That's why I didn't go to a View for ages.
Like what?
I got kicked out when I was like 15 or 16.
No.
A View? Were you being naughty?
Not really.
Wow.
I was young. And then my sister might have been in a film with me. And then she might have been younger than what the film age was. And then the woman tried to kick me out. So I politely left. But then she thought it was okay to shout in my face. So I shouted back in her face. And then my sister was scared because she thought we was going to get into a proper fist fight. Because I was like, who is this woman thinking she can talk to me like this? But I was too scared to go because I was really kicked out. But like I was like, you don't want to talk to me like this? Yeah, I did not like that brand for a while.
Yeah. See how much let's talk of a restaurant or clothing fashion place. It's just like, you can't drop the ball on customer service. That's stupid.
There was a Chinese restaurant that I used to get food from, and they gave us beef instead of fish, but we never order beef. We only order one. So we couldn't have, and this woman went in on the phone, just cussing, Yeah, and I'm like, we're regular customers, right?
What, the restaurant were cussing?
Yeah, like, you this is your order, you made this order, we don't get it wrong, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. But lady, we don't ever order beef. If you look at our history, because they have a history of orders on it, you will see that this address and our people, we never order beef.
So wrong.
And she just went in, and from that point, I've never gone back. And then about 3 months after, I got a customer service call from them saying, how is everything? We haven't seen you for a while. And
that's just simply, and then the sad thing is that one person has ruined that experience.
But it was she runs the place. Though.
Exactly, but that's how sad it is, because she then sees a reflection. Versus when I went to Nando's and they forgot to bring my meal, they were so apologetic. I got extra chips, got extra drink, I got extra this. There was one time Uber Eats dropped the wrong meal. They dropped the wrong Nando's. That was the best thing, because when they drop the wrong Nando's, they can't return the old Nando's, but they still got to re-bring your Nando's. Oh, that was a lovely day.
Poor driver is in trouble.
I'm like, get my order wrong, but after.
Very hearty meal right there.
Oh, that was so good. It was in the office as well. So we're like, this is the wrong meal. So I was like, by the way, you give us the wrong meal on that. Really sorry, reorder. What do I do with this meal then? Well, you can keep
it.
Because I was like, we're really taking chips from it because we thought it was our right meal. That's fine.
That's good. Because they know that by doing that, you're going to use them again. And repeat customer is usually the best repeat customers. Apple's customers or whatever. I keep using Apple as an example.
No, because it's a really good brand. Yeah.
repeat customers.
We're talking about food so much, I'm actually hungry.
Yeah.
I know.
I
But
know
just,
what I'm eating today.
I just wanted to say also, I mean, I don't want businesses to feel like we're being hard on them because obviously I know customer service is hard, but sometimes it is just one person that's letting the company down.
So
And that's when it's extremely sad. Yeah,
let go
I
of the dead weight
agree.
sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
You can't let your business be in the hands of or jeopardize your business because it's
so
run by
annoying.
incompetent people or people that don't care or have any integrity, you know. Just how would you even like to be treated if you went to get the food? Like you.
It's weird because you think in your head, I feel like Chinese. I've got that restaurant in my head.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this food. I want to go there and have a good experience. And then they just ruin your experience. And you came with your money to spend it.
That happened to me in Chinatown. I went to Chinatown with the wife. We sat down in a very nice restaurant, you know. We sat where we wanted to, and the man told us we can't sit there, we need to sit there. And we were like, why? And he was just like, he couldn't give us a reason. So we were like, no, we chose to sit here. Just like that group of people over there who just walked in, they chose to sit there. You know? The man just dashed down the menus. Like, all right, fine. He said fine and dashed down the menu. I just looked at wife and said,
leave. They're just going to spit in your food. There's no point.
Come we go, babe. Come we go.
Yeah. What is wrong with people?
And then they were like, sort of like, all the other staff, they were like, what's wrong? And I said, darling, don't explain, just come.
But I feel like you have to make businesses more accountable.
Yeah.
So if even, not even just complaining, but go as far as leaving a bad review on the site, wherever, they feel that.
They feel that, trust me.
Even companies with Glassdoor, they feel it when somebody puts a bad review. They get really upset about it. So it's
I
like,
love if you kind of get the general manager straight away, like messaging back.
Yeah.
So
So sometimes you do have to take a stand back.
Yeah, and that's one thing I need to do a bit more, just put them in their place.
That's the thing, because they know that you're
then,
busy, you can't be asked to do a formal complaint. But these days, I've got time. I'll
got,
sit down and type the
Make
letter.
the
Type
time.
the
I've
letter.
got time as long as I know I'm getting a freebie afterwards.
I get freebies all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, one time I ordered a mattress.
Yeah.
They took forever. No, not even a mattress, a whole bed. They took forever. I wrote them a long email about how they've inconvenienced me because they told me it's going to come this day, I had to take a day off, blah, blah, blah. It just didn't come. And they just gave me the mattress eventually came, the bed eventually came, and they refunded me the money. And from then I've learned that you have to complain. You cannot sit back, write a long letter and send it recorded delivery so they know you're serious. Tell them that you're seeking legal counsel or advice as you're waiting for their response.
It's just that if I've got something invested in the business, like how I feel they serve good food, great food, I wouldn't want to stop using the service. Then I probably, but from it's just a random, I just don't go back. Don't go
I
back.
feel like you have to do more than that. They don't learn unless you hit them.
Yeah, true.
Hit them where it hurts.
Hit them where it
Maybe I'll
hurts.
change my ways.
Yeah, there's just more energy.
Yeah, more energy.
All right, Mina, what's your scratch out?
After you guys had some deep scratch out, my scratch out is really not that deep. I'm just scratching out for this episode, hay fever, because sun's come out and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, my throat itchy, my nose itchy, my eyes itchy, everything, all my immune system just...
What happens to antihistamines?
So I've gone to the pharmacy the other day and I'm because I'm trying to not take anything non-drowsy and just trying to really hit where I'm getting. I got nasal spray and some eye drops to kind of like really fight it. But why can't I just be cute in the summer without sneezing like a crazy person? I was on the train and I sneezed 7 times in a row.
Do you have one of those horrible, abrupt, like, just like ugly sneeze? Like,
Nothing about me is ever ugly, but
I'm sure it's cute.
yeah. It's like, does anybody,
everybody looks across and carries
does anybody have any tissue, please?
That's it. And some people have these little really sweet, cute, like.
No,
Yeah, mine's like that. It goes really high pitched.
Mine's like everything's just come out.
And then the next one over there. It's just not.
I wanna tap ones.
My sneeze is terrible, man.
What's
So
it
it's
like?
like people jump when.
Oh my gosh, one of those ones.
Yeah, it's just quite.
I hate it when you can feel it's about to come and your nose just gets all tickle and you're like just all tickling like it's about to sneeze, I'm about to sneeze, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It is hay fever season.
Yeah. Hay fever's horrible.
It is.
Horrible. I didn't get it until I was about maybe mid-20s.
Interesting. Were you in a very different area when you had it? Yeah.
Not really.
Where were you? Like in
Same,
London?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wembley.
I live in a fieldy area.
Oh, But the thing is, I love parks and I love green. It doesn't really affect me when I'm.
Buy a
But
huge
then
park.
I think it's a pollution thing. I think it's the heat and the environmental factors and the combination of everything. It just sort of heightens the whole.
Maybe.
You know, because why? I don't know. I mean, I know they say, you know, pollen and this and that. And
But it must be something else.
I think it's a combination.
Because they're not, Another thing I get in the summertime is nosebleeds.
Oh, do you?
Do you?
What causes that? There was a lady on the train with a nosebleed and we didn't have tissues. We had to get all our receipts out so she can clean her nose. I was like, oh my gosh, what causes this? It's
Something about the sun hitting, I don't know. I really don't know. Because
Do you still get them?
if it's really hot, it can come about sometimes. Not like, it's really, I remember when I was in Nigeria and then I was having ice cream and I just got a nosebleed. So imagine being in Nigeria, everyone's looking at you like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this girl? Like her nose just running. I was like, it's okay, I just get them in summer when it's really, really hot. Last summer was quite hot, I think got like 2 nosebleeds. Not like a lot, but yeah, because most times I'll get them in the morning. Like I was like this blood on my pillow, like, oh man, it's so long. Because you really had to change bed sheets and all that kind of stuff. So long to get. And always like, it's annoying when they're runny, but yeah.
That is very, I'd like to know the science behind it. I'll Google it.
Yeah, I should Google it myself.
It's really interesting.
Maybe like the
I used
sinus
to
is
get nosebleeds
open.
when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah, not anymore.
that is interesting. So, Kevin, we just wanted to thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, it's been so
Sharing a lot of-
good.
Yeah, wisdom.
It's a pleasure being here, you know?
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, you guys are a ball, man. You guys are energy.
Thank you.
It's Nigerian sandwich I'm in here.
Oh my gosh. So can you tell everyone how they can support you, where they can see your movies, how they can follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Kevin Layne Official.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that movie, The Intervention, coming out in June. It should be out on digital, Blu-ray and select cinemas.
Exciting.
Very excited about that. I'll be in a film with Matt Smith, the old Doctor Who, called His House, which it's like a cameo role anyway, but that comes out in the summer as well, I think.
Amazing.
And a couple of other TV shows that will be popping up here and there. But you can follow me on IMDb, at Instagram, see what I'm up to, and yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah,
Honestly,
thank
it's been
you.
great.
It was really nice. Honestly, a really good conversation.
Cheers.
Okay, so I believe that is the end of episode 11 of the Blank Canvas podcast. Do send us in your dilemmas for Let's Sketch It Out, and also follow us. We are at the Blank Canvas Pod. That's on Instagram. And also let us know what you think. Leave us a review, all that stuff. But thank you guys so much for listening. The next episode will be out on the 16th of April. That's Game of Thrones release time. Thank you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.